Welcome, curious minds and sleepy thinkers. You found a soft place to land, Firor. The questions are big, and the pace is slow enough not to jolt you out of your pillow cocoon. Tonight, we're going to gently explore one of the most magnificent stories our Earth has ever told, a tale etched in stone and whispered by the winds of time. We'll drift through epics so vast they feel like dreams, pondering the lives of creatures that once walked our world like living mountains. Could there have been a time when beings of immense scale, far grander than anything alive today, ruled the very land beneath our feet? What mysteries did they hold within their colossal hearts, and what secrets did their sudden disappearance leave behind? But don't worry, we'll take it slow. This isn't a race through scientific papers or a lecture on ancient bones. It's more like floating through a forgotten ocean of history, where each wave brings a new wonder to the surface, and the quiet rhythm of discovery helps us find a deeper peace. We'll touch upon the known, marvel at the unknown, and allow our imaginations to dance in the shadows of giants. So breathe softly, let your thoughts unfurl like ancient ferns, and let's begin our journey into the long-lost world of the dinosaurs. Imagine, if you will, a time before memory, before the first human thought, before even the oldest trees we know today had begun their slow climb towards the sun. It was a world brimming with life, yet utterly alien to our modern eyes, a tapestry woven with colors and forms that exist now only in the quiet whispers of the fossil record. This was the stage where the grand drama of the dinosaurs unfolded, a story spanning over 160 million years, a duration so immense it's almost impossible for our fleeting human lives to truly grasp. Try to think of it not as a linear march of time, but as a vast, shimmering lake where each ripple is a million years, and the creatures we seek are like ancient ships sailing across its surface for untold ages. When we speak of dinosaurs, we often conjure images of monstrous beasts roaring and stomping through primeval jungles. And while some certainly fit that magnificent description, the truth is far more nuanced, far more beautiful. The very word dinosaur itself, a creation of the human mind, seeking to categorize the wonders it unearths, carries a weight of awe and fascination. But what truly defined these ancient beings? What made a creature a dinosaur, and not just another ancient reptile? This is where our gentle journey begins, as we try to understand the subtle architectural marvels that set them apart, guiding us through the very essence of their ancient existence. It's a quiet inquiry, like feeling for the hidden currents beneath a calm surface. For millions upon millions of years, these extraordinary beings were the undisputed monarchs of the terrestrial world. From the towering rainforests that stretched beyond the horizon to the sun-baked plains where dust devils danced. Their reign was not merely about brute force or immense scale. It was a testament to an intricate dance of adaptation, a quiet symphony of survival playing out across a planet in constant flux. They were, in a profound sense, perfectly suited to their environments, like ancient keys fitting perfectly into the grand lock of their time. Their lives were a continuous flow of seeking, growing, and thriving, their existence interwoven with every aspect of the ancient Earth. It's a thought that asks us to consider the quiet perseverance of life itself, even in forms so different from our own. Their story, however, carries a profound sense of mystery. As dominant as they were, their supremacy faced a sudden, inexplicable turn, a cosmic punctuation mark that brought their epic narrative to an abrupt and silent close. What took millions of years to evolve to blossom into such a diverse array of forms seemingly vanished in what feels like a blink of a cosmic eye. It's like a grand, intricate sandcastle built meticulously, grain by grain, over countless hours, suddenly swept away by a single immense wave, leaving only traces of its former glory. This abrupt disappearance, this quiet vanishing, leaves us with lingering questions that echo through the ages, guiding our exploration. What truly happened on that last fateful day of the dinosaurs? As we settle deeper into this exploration, Let's allow our minds to wander back to the very first stirrings of these magnificent creatures. They weren't always the colossal giants we imagine. Their earliest ancestors were humble beings, taking their first tentative steps onto a world still recovering from earlier cataclysms. It's a journey that traces the delicate threads of evolution, revealing how small, subtle changes, like the gentle turning of a kaleidoscope, can lead to forms of breathtaking complexity and dominance. We'll follow the quiet unfolding of life, seeing how each adaptation, each shift in posture or bone, painted a new stroke on the vast canvas of Earth's history. The story of the dinosaurs, then, is more than just a parade of giant beasts. It's a deep reflection on survival, on the slow, deliberate changes of our planet, and on the countless forms of life that have called it home through the ages. It is a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability woven into the very fabric of existence, a reminder that life in all its myriad expressions finds a way for a time to flourish. Join us then as we softly explore this grand narrative tracing their remarkable rise to millions of years of power and contemplating their equally dramatic and still deeply mysterious end. It's a tale designed not to startle, but to invite contemplation as we imagine the silent echoes of their footsteps on a primeval Earth. Indeed, dinosaurs have always held a peculiar charm, capturing the imaginations of both young and old scientists and dreamers alike. Perhaps it is their sheer scale, the hint of a world so much larger than our own, that draws us in. Or perhaps it is the raw power they embody, a primal force that reminds us of the untamed wilderness of time. But as we gently peel back the layers of popular imagination, we discover that there is so much more to these ancient beings than just their massive size or fearsome nature. They were not merely monsters, but intricate pieces of a vast living puzzle, each playing a vital role in the ancient ecosystems. To truly understand them, we must first gently approach the very definition of what a dinosaur is, a classification that goes beyond superficial appearance. Dinosaurs were a diverse group of reptiles, united not by a shared roar, but by a deeper, more subtle commonality, their place within a specific branch of the reptilian family tree known as Dinosauria. They made their quiet debut during the Triassic period, a time that feels like the slow opening of a vast ancient book about 230 million years ago. This was a world still finding its footing after one of Earth's most devastating mass extinctions, a canvas wiped nearly clean, ready for new forms to emerge. Their ascension to dominance was not instantaneous, but a gradual, deliberate process, like the slow creep of dawn across a vast landscape. They truly became the dominant terrestrial vertebrates after a significant ecological reset, the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, approximately 201 million years ago. Imagine a vast, bustling marketplace of life filled with many different kinds of creatures, suddenly almost silently being emptied. This clearing of the stage allowed the early dinosaurs, already well adapted, to step forward and claim their place in the sun, filling the newly vacant ecological niches. Their reign, once established, was a long-enduring one, a testament to their evolutionary success, continuing steadfastly until the very end of the Cretaceous period, around 66 million years ago. Then another great shift occurred, a moment etched into the geological record as the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. This cataclysmic event, a sudden, almost unfathomable force, led to the extinction of most dinosaur species, drawing a definitive curtain on their magnificent era. It's a poignant reminder of the delicate balance of life, a quiet note of fragility within the grand symphony of existence. The very essence of what makes a creature a dinosaur is found not just in their imposing size or the ancient time period they inhabited, but in the intricate architecture of their unique skeletal structures. Imagine holding a key, trying to understand its purpose. The crucial distinguishing feature, the unique signature of a dinosaur, lay in their upright stance. Their legs were positioned directly beneath their bodies, like strong vertical pillars supporting a magnificent edifice. This posture was a profound departure from other reptiles of the time, which typically had sprawling limbs, their bodies closer to the ground, moving with a more undulating, almost swimming motion. This upright gait gave dinosaurs an efficiency of movement, a certain grace and power that set them apart. It allowed them to cover greater distances, to stand taller, and perhaps to breathe more effectively, fueling their active lives. As we delve deeper into their family tree, we find that dinosaurs are generally divided into two main groups, a distinction subtly drawn not by their outward appearance, but by the nuanced structure of their hip bones. Picture two different kinds of grand archways, each supporting a magnificent building. There were the Ornithischia, often referred to as the bird-hipped dinosaurs, and the Saurischia, or lizard-hipped dinosaurs. This classification, perhaps surprisingly, can feel a little counterintuitive, almost like a riddle whispered from the past. For it is from the Saurischia group, specifically from a branch called the theropod dinosaurs, those magnificent, often carnivorous, two-legged creatures, that modern birds actually evolved. Not from the bird-hipped Ornithischia. It's a beautiful twist in the evolutionary tale, a gentle reminder that life's pathways are often more winding and unexpected than we might first imagine, full of delightful surprises and quiet paradoxes. Exploring this ancient world of dinosaurs therefore offers us a quiet window into the grand saga of evolutionary biology, revealing the deep, invisible currents that drive life's endless forms. It illuminates the intricate dynamics of life on Earth itself, reminding us that every creature, no matter how immense or how small, is part of a larger interconnected web. These magnificent beings once occupied every continent, their fossilized remains discovered in the most remote corners of our planet, from the scorching deserts to the windswept polar regions. This widespread presence, like scattered pearls across a vast landscape, speaks volumes about their remarkable adaptability, their quiet capacity to thrive in a myriad of different environments. This deep adaptability was reflected in every facet of their being, from their diverse diets to their varied lifestyles. Imagine a spectrum of existence, from the ferocious carnivores, like the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, stalking their prey with quiet intensity and immense power, to the gentle giants, like Brachiosaurus, patiently browse on the tender tops of ancient trees, their long necks reaching like living cranes towards the sky. Dinosaurs were not a monolithic group. They were a vibrant, complex mosaic, each species carving out its unique niche, contributing to the rich tapestry of life and forming the very heart of their ancient ecosystems. Their lives were a testament to the myriad ways in which life can find a footing, grow, and flourish, even under conditions that seem unimaginable to us today. The study of dinosaurs also quietly intersects with another fascinating field: paleoclimatology, the gentle art of studying ancient climates. By piecing together clues from the Earth's deep past, like reading faint letters in an ancient script, scientists can begin to understand the environmental conditions that these magnificent creatures lived in. This understanding, in turn, offers profound insights into Earth's climate history, revealing its slow, cyclical nature, its grand oscillations between warmth and chill. For instance, the whispers from the past, gathered from geological evidence, suggest that during much of the dinosaur era, our Earth was significantly warmer than it is today. Imagine a world without the stark white caps of ice. At the poles, a gentler, more verdant planet. This pervasive warm climate, like a comforting blanket draped over the continents, supported an astonishing range of ecosystems. Picture lush, sprawling forests, so dense and green, they might have swallowed the sun, alongside vast ancient deserts, where colossal dunes shifted slowly with the wind. These diverse habitats, in turn, provided the perfect stage for the flourishing of a truly diverse dinosaur fauna, each species finding its place within the intricate web of life. It's a powerful illustration of how deeply interwoven life and environment truly are, a silent dance between the living and the land. The extinction of these dinosaurs, a moment shrouded in both tragedy and awe, is often attributed to a catastrophic asteroid impact. But as we gently explore this profound event, we realize it was likely a complex interplay of forces, a confluence of cosmic and terrestrial events. Imagine a grand cosmic hammer striking the Earth, sending ripples of destruction across the globe. This impact likely combined with immense volcanic eruptions that spewed forth gases and ash for centuries, and the subsequent drastic climate change marked a truly significant turning point in Earth's long and winding history. It was a cosmic punctuation mark, bringing an end to one grand chapter and silently, subtly preparing the stage for the next. This pivotal event, this great unraveling, ultimately led to the quiet yet profound rise of mammals, and much, much later, to the emergence of humans. It's a powerful reminder, a gentle whisper from the depths of time underscoring the inherent fragility of life, even the most dominant forms, and highlighting the immense far-reaching impact of global-scale environmental changes. The story of the dinosaurs, therefore, is not just about their lives, but about the ceaseless quiet flow of change that shapes our planet, a continuous dance of emergence and disappearance. It invites us to hold a sense of wonder, not just for what was, but for the profound mystery of what might come next, a question that lingers long after the ancient dust has settled. Let's gently drift now deeper into the very heart of what made a dinosaur. Well, a dinosaur. It's a quiet journey into the hidden architecture beneath their magnificent skin, a look at the subtle yet profound differences that set them apart from the other ancient creatures sharing their world. Imagine trying to understand the blueprint of a grand ancient cathedral. You wouldn't just look at its towering spires. You'd want to understand the very foundation, the way the stones are laid, the unseen supports that allow it to reach for the sky. For dinosaurs, this blueprint lay in their skeletal structures, a marvel of engineering that allowed them to become the dominant terrestrial vertebrates for an astonishing stretch of Earth's history. The most defining feature, the quiet secret of their success, was their upright stance. Picture almost every other reptile, you know? A crocodile, a lizard, a turtle. They typically have sprawling limbs, their legs splayed out to the sides, moving with a kind of undulating, almost waddling gait. Their bodies often hug the ground, connected to the earth by wide, low-slung supports. But dinosaurs were different. Their legs were positioned directly beneath the body, like the sturdy legs of a table or the strong, straight columns supporting a mighty bridge. This seemingly small detail was a giant leap in evolutionary design. It allowed for more efficient movement, a graceful stride, and greater stamina. Imagine a marathon runner compared to a swimmer. Both move, but one is built for sustained motion on land. This upright posture freed their bodies from the constraints of sprawling, allowing them to breathe more easily as they moved to grow larger and to sustain higher levels of activity. It's a silent testimony to the quiet genius of natural selection, finding the perfect form for a world ready to be claimed. Now, as we explore this ancient architecture, we encounter a fascinating division, a foundational split within the dinosaurian family tree, not based on size or diet, but on the delicate curve and connection of their hip bones. Imagine two different kinds of ancient hinges, each dictating a slightly different way of moving through the world. This classification gave rise to the two primary groups, the Ornithischia, affectionately known as the bird-hipped dinosaurs, and the Saurischia, or lizard-hipped dinosaurs. It's a distinction that paleontologists, those quiet explorers of deep time, use as a guiding star, helping them navigate the incredible diversity that once roamed our planet. Let's begin with the Ornithischia, the bird-hipped dinosaurs. Despite their name, which might lead one to believe they were direct ancestors of modern birds, their lineage took a different path, a subtle divergence in the grand tree of life. Their defining characteristic was the structure of their pelvis, particularly the pubis bone, which pointed backward parallel to the ischium. Imagine the pelvis as a bowl, and this bone, instead of pointing forward, curved in gently towards the tail. This anatomical arrangement while superficially resembling that of birds, evolved independently. It's a beautiful example of convergent evolution, where different branches on the tree of life develop similar solutions to similar challenges, like two separate streams carving out parallel paths down a mountain. Within this bird-hipped group, we find a wonderful array of plant-eating dinosaurs. These were the gentle grazers and browsers of the Mesozoic era, the ancient gardeners of a prehistoric world. Think of the mighty Stegosaurus, with its distinctive double row of large bony plates running along its back like a series of ancient shields standing sentinel. And of course, its tail adorned with formidable spikes known as a thagomizer, which likely served as a powerful defense mechanism against predators. Picture it swinging a silent, weighty arc through the air, warning any encroaching carnivore to keep its distance. Then there was the iconic Triceratops, a magnificent creature known for its massive bony frill, a shield-like extension guarding its neck, and its three imposing facial horns, like ancient spears pointing defiantly forward. These were not just ornaments. They were tools of survival possibly used in defense against formidable predators like the T-Rex, or perhaps in displays of strength and dominance within their own herds. These ornithischian dinosaurs, with their specialized teeth and powerful jaws, were primarily herbivores, perfectly adapted for a life of grazing on the abundant vegetation of their eras. Their very forms tell tales of quiet munching and steady browse, a testament to the power of plants to sustain even the mightiest of creatures. They moved through ancient landscapes like living threshing machines, transforming vast quantities of flora into the energy that powered their immense bodies. Their digestive systems, though not directly preserved, must have been marvels of efficiency, designed to extract every last bit of sustenance from tough fibrous plant matter. Now let's gently pivot to the other side of our classification tree, to the Saurischian dinosaurs, the lizard-hipped ones. Here, the pubic bone points forward more like the pelvis of modern lizards, hence the name. This seemingly small difference in hip structure led to an astonishingly diverse and often formidable group. Within the Saurischia, we find two immensely important subgroups, the theropods and the sauropodomorphs. The theropods, whose name literally means beast feet, were the undisputed carnivores of the dinosaur world, the apex predators, the hunters who roamed the ancient plains with purpose and power. Think of the infamous Tyrannosaurus Rex, its name echoing through time like a primal roar. With its powerful hind limbs, it walked on two legs, a magnificent bipedal hunter, its sharp serrated teeth like daggers ready to tear through flesh. And then there's the agile velociraptor, a creature of speed and cunning with its deadly sickle-shaped claw on each foot, a silent, swift hunter in the ancient undergrowth. These creatures, with their keen senses and powerful musculature, represent the very embodiment of ancient predation, a testament to the intricate dance between hunter and hunted. Their very existence shaped the behavior and evolution of the herbivorous dinosaurs, driving the development of defenses that we marveled at just moments ago. What's truly fascinating, a beautiful unexpected turn in this ancient narrative, is that it is from this group of theropod dinosaurs that birds are believed to have evolved. Imagine that the very creatures that once ruled the land, some with immense scales and crushing bites, gave rise to the delicate feathered singers of our modern skies. It's a fact that underscores the complex and often surprising pathways of dinosaur evolution, a testament to how life finds new forms and new ways of moving through the world, even in the most unexpected directions. This connection, once a radical idea, is now widely accepted, painting a vivid picture of feathered dinosaurs, hinting at a world far more colorful and vibrant than we once dared to imagine. It's a scientific breakthrough that feels like finding a forgotten, exquisite painting hidden beneath layers of dust. And then within the Saurischia, we also have the sauropodomorphs. These were the true giants, the titans of the ancient world. Picture them immensely long necks, stretching upwards like living towers, and equally long whip-like tails, balancing their colossal bodies. These were the herbivores, who reached some of the largest sizes known to any land animals ever. Creatures like the Brachiosaurus, whose forelegs were longer than its hind legs, giving it a giraffe-like posture, allowing it to reach the highest leaves of ancient trees, towering over its contemporaries. Or the Diplodocus, renowned for its extraordinary length, its body a living bridge, its long neck and tail making up the vast majority of its immense size. These unique body structures were not just for show. They allowed them to access food sources that were completely out of reach for other dinosaurs, like reaching up into the ancient canopy, harvesting the abundant energy of the sun, captured in the leaves above. Their sheer scale also offered them a unique form of defense, a quiet intimidation against all but the most formidable predators. Their lives were a slow, deliberate march through ancient forests, consuming vast quantities of vegetation, their massive bodies a testament to the power of the plant world. Understanding how dinosaurs are classified then is more than just a dry exercise in labeling ancient bones. It's like learning the secret language of evolution, allowing us to appreciate the truly vast array of species that once roamed our Earth, each a unique expression of life's boundless creativity. It illuminates the intricate evolutionary processes that led to their development, revealing the quiet forces that shaped these magnificent creatures. It's a testament to the profound adaptability and quiet resilience of life itself, a reminder that every living thing in its own way is a masterpiece of survival. Each group of dinosaurs, whether bird-hipped or lizard-hipped carnivorous or herbivorous small, or unimaginably colossal, carved out its own unique niche in the prehistoric world, a perfect fit within the grand ancient ecosystem. This classification system, though it might seem complex at first glance, like a finely woven tapestry, serves as a crucial tool for paleontologists and scientists. It's their compass and their map aiding them in the meticulous reconstruction of ancient ecosystems, allowing them to glimpse the intricate relationships that bound these prehistoric communities together. And perhaps most profoundly, it offers us deep, quiet insights into how life on Earth has evolved over immense spans of time, a continuous unfolding story that stretches from the first single-celled organisms to the vibrant, complex tapestry of life we see today. It's a humble acknowledgement that even after millions of years, the echoes of their lives continue to shape our understanding of the planet we call home. The journey into their world is truly a window into evolutionary biology, allowing us to see, albeit dimly, the immense pressures and opportunities that shaped life forms for epochs. Imagine the Earth as a grand, slowly shifting stage where different acts played out over millions of years. Dinosaurs, in their incredible diversity, were the main characters for a very long time, their every adaptation, a direct response to the changing scenery and cast members. Their story is a masterclass in survival, a deep, silent lesson in the enduring power of life to find a way to flourish even when the stage itself is constantly transforming beneath their colossal feet. Their remains, these silent messengers from deep time, have been found all around the globe like scattered pages of a lost book. From the frozen plains of Antarctica to the scorching deserts of Africa, from the vast expanses of North America to the ancient lands of Asia, these fossilized whispers tell a consistent story, one of widespread presence and remarkable adaptability to different environments. They weren't just creatures of the tropics. They conquered nearly every corner of the ancient world, a testament to their inherent versatility. This broad adaptability is beautifully reflected in their incredibly diverse diets and lifestyles. Imagine a culinary spectrum spanning millions of years from the fearsome carnivores like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, their very names synonymous with raw power, built to consume flesh with efficient savagery, to the gentle giants like Brachiosaurus, peaceful architects of the forest, canopy built to browse on the tender tops of trees, their bodies fueled by the quiet energy of ancient leaves. This range from predator to prey, from immense to agile, showcases a breathtaking breadth of life strategies within a single magnificent group. The study of dinosaurs also invites us to ponder the ancient rhythms of our planet's climate. Paleoclimatology, the study of Earth's deep past climates, draws heavily on the clues left behind by these ancient inhabitants. By understanding the environmental conditions that dinosaurs lived in the ancient temperatures, the patterns of rainfall, the composition of the atmosphere, scientists can gain invaluable insights into Earth's climate history and its slow, majestic, cyclical nature. It's like reading the slow, deliberate pulse of a giant ancient heart. For example, the evidence gently whispers to us that during much of the dinosaur era, the Earth was much warmer than it is today. Imagine a world without the stark, glittering ice caps at the poles, a planet swathed in a more pervasive warmth. This global warmth, like a vast, humid greenhouse, supported an incredible range of ecosystems. From lush, verdant forests, teeming with life and stretching beyond the horizon, to vast, arid deserts, where ancient dunes shifted slowly under a relentless sun. Each of these diverse landscapes in turn supported its own unique and vibrant dinosaur fauna, a magnificent mosaic of life adapted to every conceivable environmental niche. It's a humbling reminder of the immense capacity of life to find its footing and flourish, no matter the conditions. The extinction of the dinosaurs, a cosmic punctuation mark at the end of their long reign, is a moment deeply etched into Earth's history. It's a tale often attributed to a catastrophic asteroid impact, a sudden immense force from the heavens. But as we reflect on this profound event, we understand it was likely a complex tapestry woven from multiple threads, the initial impact itself, combined with the slow, relentless pressures of volcanic eruptions, spewing forth ash and gases, and the subsequent dramatic shifts in climate change. This confluence of events marked a significant turning point, not just for the dinosaurs, but for all life on Earth. It was a clearing of the stage, a reset button for the planet's evolutionary story, leading most profoundly to the quiet yet inexorable rise of mammals, and eventually, millions of years later, to the emergence of humans. This event, so distant in time, yet so resonant in its lessons, underscores the inherent fragility of life, even the most dominant forms, and the profound, far-reaching impact of global-scale environmental changes. The whispers of the dinosaurs, though silent for epochs, continue to teach us about resilience, about change, and about our own delicate place in the grand unfolding story of life on our planet. Their legacy is not just in the fossilized bones that awe us, but in the very shape of the living world we inhabit today. Let us now gently turn the page of Earth's ancient storybook to a time often called the dawn of a new era. We're speaking of the Triassic period, which began its slow, deliberate unfolding around 252 million years ago and gradually transitioned into the Jurassic period about 201 million years ago. This was a pivotal moment in our planet's sprawling history, a profound interval marking the true beginning of the Mesozoic era, an age that would later be affectionately and accurately known as the Age of Reptiles. It was a world still finding its footing, slowly stirring back to life after one of the most catastrophic events Earth has ever endured, the Permian-Triassic extinction event. Imagine, if you can, a planet in deep recovery, a canvas almost entirely wiped clean. This ancient cataclysm, a terrifying whisper from the deep past, had resulted in the loss of an unimaginable portion of life, both in the shimmering oceans and across the sprawling lands. It was a time of immense ecological simplicity in its immediate aftermath, a quiet, almost barren landscape. Yet it was precisely this immense void, this vast empty stage, that would set the perfect scene for the evolutionary success story that dinosaurs would eventually become. The absence of previous dominant players created open spaces, like newly cleared fields, ready for a different kind of seed to take root and flourish. At the very beginning of the Triassic, our Earth looked vastly different from the intricate mosaic of continents we recognize today. All of Earth's land masses, every mountain range, and every desert were still assembled into a single massive supercontinent known as Pangaea. Picture a giant sprawling puzzle, its pieces locked tightly together, encompassing nearly all the dry land on the planet. This extraordinary configuration had a profound and far-reaching impact on the global climate, like a single immense blanket pulled over the entire world and profoundly shaped the distribution of ecosystems. The vast interior of this colossal landmass was arid and desert-like, a dry, ancient heart. Here, the temperatures would have swung wildly from scorching hot days under a relentless sun to chillingly cold nights, all due to the immense distance from the moderating, calming influence of the vast oceans. Imagine walking for weeks without seeing a glimpse of the sea. However, near the coasts and in regions where the ancient Tethys Sea gently broke up the landmass, the climate was more humid. These areas, like precious oases, supported a more diverse plant life and, consequently, the burgeoning ecosystems that depended upon them. The recovery from the Permian-Triassic extinction was not a sudden burst of life, but a slow, deliberate bloom, like a hardy plant pushing its way through cracked earth. The early Triassic was indeed a time of ecological simplicity, a quiet prelude. Yet, as the period gently progressed, life began to flourish, once again, slowly, steadily reclaiming its lost territories. In the vast, shimmering oceans, new forms emerged. Marine reptiles, such as the graceful ichthyosaurs and the serpentine nothosaurs, became dominant predators, slicing through the ancient waters with silent efficiency, and on land almost imperceptibly. At first, the very first dinosaurs began their quiet appearance, taking their tentative revolutionary steps. By the mid to late Triassic, the plant life of the period, though perhaps not as diverse as later eras, was dominated by hardy forms like fern cycads and the ancestors of modern conifers. These plants, like the silent providers of an ancient world, offered the necessary food resources for the ever-growing numbers of herbivorous reptiles. The Triassic also witnessed significant volcanic activity, a restless pulse deep within the Earth. These immense eruptions contributed to the period's climate variations, releasing vast amounts of gases and ash into the atmosphere, and may have played a quiet yet crucial role in shaping both environmental conditions and the pathways of evolutionary change. The release of large amounts of carbon dioxide, in particular, would have led to warmer global temperatures, influencing the distribution of ecosystems across that vast supercontinent of Pangaea. It's a reminder that even the ground beneath our feet is a living, breathing entity with its own profound impact on life. As the Triassic period gently gave way to the Jurassic, the mighty supercontinent of Pangaea began its slow, deliberate process of rifting apart. Imagine a single giant landmass, slowly, inexorably being pulled into two, creating new spaces, new oceans. This immense geological process led to the gradual formation of what would become the Atlantic Ocean and marked the initial stages of continental drift, a majestic dance of landmasses that would eventually shape the modern world's geography. This grand rifting also created new coastlines and new habitats, like fresh canvases for life to paint, upon further encouraging biodiversity and the quiet continuous evolution of new species. The end of the Triassic period was marked by another mass extinction event. While not as devastating as its Permian predecessor, it still led to significant changes in Earth's biosphere. This event, this subtle reshuffling of life, cleared the way for the true dominance of dinosaurs in the Jurassic period, setting the stage for the next, even more magnificent chapter in Earth's evolutionary history. It's a testament to the powerful, often unseen forces that shape the grand story of life. Among the earliest dinosaurs that first tentatively roamed the Earth during this Triassic period, we find creatures significantly different from the colossal giants and fearsome predators that would evolve millions of years later. These initial dinosaurs, the quiet pioneers, were generally small bipedal creatures. Imagine them darting through the ancient undergrowth, swift and agile, a far cry from the ponderous movements we often associate with their later descendants. They embodied the nascent features that would come to define the dinosaur lineage, subtly adapting to the varied environments of a world still dominated by vast, sweeping deserts and scattered precious patches of lush vegetation nestled near vital water sources. Their very existence was a quiet testament to resilience finding a foothold in a world that was still very much in flux. One of the earliest known dinosaurs, a true whisper from the dawn of their age, is Eoraptor. Picture a lithe, carnivorous dinosaur, small and lightly built gracefully, navigating its world approximately 231 million years ago in what is now Argentina. The discovery of Eoraptor has provided invaluable insights into the very first evolutionary stages of dinosaurs, like opening a window to a forgotten morning. It highlights the characteristics that would come to define the group: a lightweight, body-sharp teeth for capturing prey and a versatile diet. Eoraptor represents a key ancestor, a humble beginning to the later, more magnificent dinosaur lineages, a reminder that even giants start small. Another significant Triassic dinosaur sharing its ancient home with Eoraptor in Argentina was Herrerasaurus. This creature, slightly larger and more robust, displayed early signs of the diverse predatory adaptations that would become far more pronounced in later theropods. With powerful jaws and teeth that suggested a primarily carnivorous diet, Herrerasaurus was a formidable hunter in its own right. Its anatomy, particularly the structure of its hips and the proportions of its limbs, offers crucial clues about the early diversification of dinosaurs, revealing their clever strategies for survival and hunting in a world teeming with potential rivals and prey. It's like finding the first draft of an epic poem full of hints of the greatness to come. Then there was Plateosaurus, a fascinating herbivorous dinosaur from the late Triassic period, discovered in what is now Germany and other parts of Europe. Plateosaurus represents an early branch of the majestic dinosaur family tree, the sauropodomorphs, a group that would eventually give rise to the truly colossal sauropods of the later Mesozoic era. Unlike its massive descendants, Plateosaurus was of medium size, yet it already exhibited the telltale characteristics that would become more pronounced in the later sauropods, such as a long neck and tail. Imagine a creature quietly foreshadowing the giants that would follow, a gentle hint of future majesty. The Triassic period also witnessed the quiet emergence of Coelophysis, a slender carnivorous dinosaur that lived around 210 million years ago in what is now the southwestern United States. Coelophysis is one of the best understood early dinosaurs thanks to numerous remarkably well-preserved fossils, like pages from a forgotten diary. It showcases the clear evolutionary trend towards efficient bipedal locomotion and predation traits that would be meticulously refined in the theropod lineage, leading, perhaps most surprisingly, all the way to modern birds. It's a direct link across time, a reminder of the deep unseen connections that bind all life. These early dinosaurs were the true pioneers in a world undergoing dramatic, ceaseless changes. From the slow, majestic breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea to the subtle shifts in climate and the continuous evolution of ecosystems, their appearance during the Triassic period represents the initial tentative steps in the grand evolution of dinosaurs. They were laying the quiet foundation for their undisputed dominance in the subsequent Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, preparing the stage for a reign that would last for millions of years. Their story is a beautiful, understated testament to the power of adaptation, the quiet strength of perseverance, and the ceaseless, wondrous flow of life itself. They were, in essence, the first murmurs of a great song, a melody that would soon swell to fill the entire earth. Their bipedal posture, a significant departure from the sprawling stance of many earlier reptiles, allowed for more efficient movement across the varied terrains of the Triassic world. This adaptation was crucial for both predatory dinosaurs, which needed speed and agility to catch prey, and herbivorous species that required mobility to browse for food and evade predators. Imagine the efficiency this gave them, a quiet advantage in the ancient scramble for survival. The diverse diet of Triassic dinosaurs was another key adaptation, a testament to their flexibility. Carnivorous dinosaurs such as Herrerasaurus and Coelophysis had sharp teeth and claws for hunting, indicating a diet that primarily consisted of other vertebrates. These predators were perfectly adapted to a life of chasing and capturing prey, with features like forward-facing eyes for depth perception, like ancient binoculars, and powerful hind limbs for sprinting. On the other hand, early herbivorous dinosaurs, such as Plateosaurus, developed specialized teeth and digestive systems to process the tough plant material that made up their diet. This diversification in feeding strategies allowed dinosaurs to exploit different ecological niches, like clever puzzle pieces fitting into distinct slots, reducing direct competition and enabling coexistence among various species. It was a careful balance, a silent agreement in the ancient world. Thermoregulation, or the ability to maintain a stable internal body temperature, was another critical adaptation for dinosaurs living in the fluctuating climates of the Triassic. While the exact mechanisms of dinosaur thermoregulation remain a topic of scientific debate, features such as the positioning of their limbs beneath their bodies may have helped to minimize heat loss and maintain an active lifestyle even in cooler temperatures. The social behavior of some Triassic dinosaurs may have also played a role in their adaptation to the environment. Evidence gently suggests that certain species like Coelophysis may have lived and hunted in groups, like ancient packs, moving silently through the landscape. This social structure could have provided significant advantages in locating food, protecting against predators, and even caring for their young. Such behaviors indicate a level of social complexity, a quiet intelligence that would have supported their survival and reproductive success in the diverse and sometimes harsh environments of the Triassic. Their journey from these humble beginnings to becoming the dominant terrestrial vertebrates is a profound testament to the evolutionary prowess of dinosaurs. A quiet story of success etched in stone. As the Triassic period progressed, the Earth continued its slow, majestic transformation. The supercontinent, Pangaea, once a unified mass, began to rift apart, leading to the formation of new landmasses and vast ocean basins. This immense tectonic activity, a slow geological dance, created a variety of new habitats and ecological niches, setting the stage for even more evolutionary experimentation. Dinosaurs, with their upright stance and versatile adaptations, were perfectly suited to take advantage of these new opportunities. Their efficient locomotion and stamina enabled them to cover greater distances in search of food and resources. Additionally, the variety in their diets, from herbivorous to carnivorous lifestyles, allowed them to exploit different ecological niches, ensuring their survival and growth in a changing world. One of the key factors in the remarkable rise of dinosaurs to dominance was the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event. This cataclysm, occurring approximately 201 million years ago, quietly wiped out many of the competing reptilian groups, leaving vast ecological niches vacant, like empty stages, waiting for new actors. Dinosaurs, having survived this significant extinction event, began to diversify rapidly, filling the gaps left by the disappeared species. This diversification was not just in size and diet, but also in their behaviors and reproductive strategies. Some developed complex social behaviors, while others evolved novel ways of defending themselves, such as armor and horns. By the Jurassic period, dinosaurs had become the most prominent group of terrestrial animals, their reign firmly established. As the Triassic period gently closed its ancient book, a new chapter unfolded, heralded by the slow turning of our planet. This was the Jurassic period, a magnificent epoch that spanned from about 201 to 145 million years ago. It was a time of profound transformation for Earth, a grand geological ballet that reshaped its continents and dramatically altered its climates. These immense shifts paved the way for entirely new ecosystems to blossom, and for the life of dinosaurs to truly flourish, reaching heights of majesty and scale previously unimaginable. This era, nestled so gracefully between the Triassic and the Cretaceous, is often vividly depicted in our minds as a time of lush landscapes and truly gigantic dinosaurs, a portrayal that is beautifully supported by the deep geological and climatic changes that defined the period. It's like imagining a canvas that was once stark and recovering, suddenly bursting forth with vibrant, verdant life, ready for the grandest figures to stride across it. As the Jurassic era dawned, the great supercontinent of Pangaea continued its slow, deliberate process of rifting apart. Imagine a vast, unified landmass, slowly, inexorably being pulled into two, creating immense fissures and new waterways. This colossal process, which had tentatively begun in the late Triassic, now gathered momentum. This breakup eventually led to the gradual formation of the Atlantic Ocean, a new expanding body of water that would forever change the face of our planet. The land masses of Laurasia in the northern hemisphere and Gondwana in the southern hemisphere began to take distinct shape, like two immense rafts slowly drifting away from each other across a newly forming sea. Laurasia would eventually become the familiar continents of North America and Eurasia, while Gondwana would much later split into what are now Africa, South America, Antarctica, India, and Australia. This majestic division of the supercontinent, this slow geological dance, had far-reaching effects on global climate, like the shifting of immense air and water currents. It profoundly altered ocean circulation patterns and dramatically influenced the distribution of plants and animals, including, most crucially, the magnificent dinosaurs. It was a time of immense change, a grand unfolding that set the stage for unimaginable diversity. The climate of the Jurassic period was predominantly warm and humid, a pervasive warmth that bathed much of the planet. Imagine a world where the air was thick with moisture and the sun felt perpetually kind. This was accompanied by higher levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide than our present-day Earth, acting like a vast invisible blanket trapping warmth. This greenhouse effect, combined with the newly forming distribution of continents and seas, created a remarkably uniform global climate. There was less temperature variation from the equator to the poles than we experience today, like a gentle, even warmth spreading across all latitudes. These pervasive conditions were ideal, supporting vast, extensive tropical and subtropical forests, which covered much of the planet. Picture jungles so dense and green, they might have swallowed the sun, providing an incredible array of diverse habitats for dinosaurs and countless other life forms. It was a world of unparalleled verdancy, a true paradise for the burgeoning life it supported. The warm, moist environment of the Jurassic was, in essence, a perfect incubator for the growth of plants. This included the significant rise of gymnosperms, ancient non-flowering seed plants such as conifers, cycads, and ginkgos. These resilient plants dominated the landscape, forming vast, sprawling forests that stretched for untold miles. These ancient woodlands served as a crucial food source and a protective habitat for an astonishing array of dinosaur species. The sheer abundance of this lush vegetation provided a never-ending buffet for a wide range of herbivorous dinosaurs, allowing them to grow to immense sizes and sustain massive populations. In turn, these abundant plant eaters provided a steady and reliable source of prey for the powerful carnivorous dinosaurs, maintaining a delicate ancient balance within the ecosystems. Marine environments too experienced significant transformations during the Jurassic. As Pangaea slowly split apart and new seas began to form, vast new aquatic habitats opened up. In these expanded oceanic realms, marine reptiles thrived, adapting to lives beneath the waves. The sleek ichthyosaurs, like ancient dolphins, sliced through the water with remarkable speed. The long-necked plesiosaurs with their paddle-like limbs gracefully glided through the depths, and the powerful pliosaurs, formidable marine predators, hunted the ancient waters. Coral reefs began their slow, intricate development in the shallow, warm waters near the coasts, adding to the burgeoning biodiversity of marine ecosystems, creating vibrant underwater cities of life. The shifting continents and the gently evolving climates of the Jurassic period therefore created a world that was profoundly different from the Triassic that had preceded it. These deep foundational changes beautifully facilitated the diversification and widespread presence of dinosaurs, allowing them to truly become the undisputed dominant terrestrial vertebrates of their time. The Jurassic also witnessed the quiet yet significant evolution of important plant and animal groups that would continue to shape ecosystems for millions of years to come, leaving an indelible mark on the tapestry of life. One of the most iconic dinosaurs to stride across the Jurassic landscape was the Brachiosaurus, a name that itself whispers of colossal scale. Known for its towering neck, reaching upwards like a living crane, and its truly massive size, this gentle giant was a magnificent member of the sauropod group. Sauropods were herbivorous dinosaurs characterized by their exceptionally long necks and tails, small, almost disproportionate heads, and four thick pillar-like legs like the very columns of an ancient temple. Brachiosaurus, with its unique body proportions that included longer front legs than hind legs, could reach incredible heights, up to 13 meters or about 43 feet. This allowed it to browse for leaves high up in the tallest trees, accessing a food source that was completely out of reach for almost all other herbivores. Its presence across what is now North America, and possibly even Africa, silently underscores the widespread distribution and immense success of sauropods during the Jurassic period. Imagine a creature so tall it could gaze over the ancient forest canopy, reaching for the freshest, highest leaves. Another truly standout figure from the Jurassic period is the Stegosaurus, a creature famous for its utterly distinctive row of large bony plates running along its back like a series of ancient ornamental kites. Its tail was powerfully adorned with formidable spikes known as the thagomizer, which likely served as a potent defense mechanism against any encroaching predators. This plant-eating dinosaur roamed the landscapes of what is now North America, with its peculiar low-slung posture characterized by a heavily built body, relatively short forelimbs, and a surprisingly small head. Yet despite its seemingly awkward form, its striking appearance made it one of the most recognizable dinosaurs of all time, a quiet icon of the Jurassic era. The Allosaurus, a fearsome predator of the Jurassic, was in many ecosystems the undisputed apex predator of its time. Picture a creature of immense power and purpose, its very presence commanding respect. This carnivorous dinosaur was equipped with a large skull lined with dozens of sharp, serrated teeth, each one a silent blade. Its powerful neck muscles suggested a hunting strategy that involved biting and tearing flesh from its prey with immense force. Allosaurus fossils have been primarily discovered in North America and Portugal, providing compelling evidence of its wide geographical range and its role as a dominant hunter. Its size, which could reach up to 12 meters or about 39 feet in length, combined with its surprising agility, made it a truly formidable predator capable of taking down large prey, including the formidable juvenile sauropods. Imagine it a blur of muscle and teeth, pursuing its ancient quarry across the prehistoric plains. And then we return to the sauropods, with the Diplodocus, another truly iconic member of the Jurassic period. This magnificent creature is known for its extraordinary length, which could stretch beyond 30 meters or about 98 feet. Its immensely long neck and tail accounted for much of its length, creating a living bridge of bone and muscle. Its peg-like teeth were perfectly suited for stripping leaves off branches, which were then swallowed whole and processed in its vast digestive system. The Diplodocus, a patient and efficient feeder, likely moved in vast herds, browse on the ancient vegetation. Its fossils, primarily unearthed in the Morrison Formation of North America, offer invaluable insights into the daily lives of sauropods and their crucial role as the primary consumers in Jurassic ecosystems, shaping the very landscape with their immense appetites. Their sheer size, a marvel in itself, becomes even more astounding when we consider the forces that allowed them to reach such proportions. During the Jurassic period, dinosaurs truly achieved sizes that far surpassed any land-dwelling animals found on Earth today. Imagine a creature so vast, it could eclipse a modern blue whale in terms of sheer mass walking on land. The growth to such immense sizes was not a simple, straightforward process, but the culmination of a complex interplay of environmental conditions, evolutionary pressures, and clever biological mechanisms. These factors allowed these prehistoric giants to dominate the landscapes of their time, leaving behind a legacy of awe. One key factor contributing to the colossal size of Jurassic dinosaurs, particularly the majestic sauropods like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus, was the sheer abundance of food resources. The warm, humid climate of the Jurassic period, like a constant, gentle rain, nurtured lush, vibrant vegetation. Picture vast forests of conifers, cycads, and ferns stretching as far as the eye could see, a boundless green ocean of plant life. This incredibly rich plant life provided an ample and continuous food supply for these herbivorous dinosaurs, enabling them to consume the truly massive amounts of plant material needed to fuel their growth. It was a world of endless greenery, a perfect buffet for giants. Another profoundly important factor was the dinosaurs' efficient respiratory system. Unlike modern reptiles, which have a less efficient lung structure, dinosaurs possessed a bird-like respiratory system. Imagine a system where air flows in a continuous one-way circuit, allowing for a much more effective exchange of oxygen. This intricate system, which included a network of air sacs extending throughout their bodies, helped to supply the vast amounts of oxygen needed for their immense muscular activity and the demanding metabolic processes that fueled their growth. Furthermore, the generally higher levels of oxygen in the Jurassic atmosphere further facilitated this process, acting like a constant, invigorating breeze, supporting the dinosaurs' prodigious growth and sustained activity levels. It was a silent, internal marvel of biological engineering. The very structure of dinosaur bones also played a crucial role in their ability to attain such colossal sizes. Many dinosaurs, particularly the sauropods, had a unique bone structure not solid all the way through, but with large air-filled cavities. This ingenious adaptation made their skeletons incredibly strong, yet remarkably lightweight. Imagine a honeycomb, immensely strong, but not dense. This allowed them to support their massive bodies without the need for excessively heavy bones, enabling them to grow to truly colossal sizes, while somehow remaining surprisingly agile and mobile for creatures of their scale. It was a clever solution from nature, allowing for both strength and grace in their gargantuan forms. Evolutionary pressures and the relentless force of natural selection also quietly contributed to the pervasive trend toward larger sizes. In many cases, being large offered distinct advantages in the ancient world. For herbivores, immense size provided a formidable defense against predators. Few carnivores could hope to bring down a fully grown sauropod. It also provided access to higher vegetation, allowing them to reach food sources that were unavailable to smaller competitors. For both herbivores and carnivores, dominance within social hierarchies could often be linked to size. Over immense spans of time, natural selection favored larger individuals, leading to an observable evolutionary trend known as Cope's rule, which gently notes that animal lineages often tend to increase in size over evolutionary time. It's a silent, persistent push towards grandeur. The reproductive strategies of dinosaurs may also have quietly contributed to their ability to reach such immense sizes. Larger female dinosaurs, particularly the sauropods, could lay more eggs, significantly increasing their chances of reproductive success. This survival strategy of producing many offspring, some of which would inevitably grow to adulthood, could have supported the evolution of larger body sizes as a subtle yet powerful way to maximize reproductive output over generations. It was a numbers game played out over millions of years. Finally, the long growth periods of dinosaurs were essential, allowing them to reach sizes that would simply be impossible for animals with shorter lifespans. Some dinosaurs likely lived for decades, perhaps even a century or more, experiencing slow, continuous growth throughout their lives. This extended growth period, combined with the immense availability of resources in the Jurassic world and their highly efficient physiology, enabled them to achieve their truly gigantic proportions. Imagine a creature living a long, unhurried life, steadily expanding in scale, becoming a living mountain on the ancient landscape. It's a quiet testament to the slow, relentless power of time and the endless wonders of the natural world. As the grand ancient clock of Earth continued its relentless, majestic sweep, the Jurassic period gently faded into what would be its final and, in many ways, most dramatic chapter, the Cretaceous period. This immense span of time, stretching from about 145 to 66 million years ago, marked the culmination of the Mesozoic era, a time often heralded with a certain nostalgic reverence as the true age of dinosaurs. It was an era of extraordinary evolutionary advancements, a vibrant canvas where new dinosaur species emerged, each contributing to an unprecedented level of diversity among these prehistoric creatures. Imagine the world already rich with life, suddenly bursting forth with even more intricate and astonishing forms, like a garden reaching its peak bloom. The Cretaceous period, unlike its predecessors, brought forth a breathtaking variety of new dinosaur species, each a unique marvel of adaptation. These new forms were perfectly suited to the subtly changing environments and the ever-evolving ecological niches of their time. It was a period of intense evolutionary experimentation, a time when life seemed to explore every possible permutation of bone and scale. One of the most iconic dinosaurs to stride across this evolving stage was the Tyrannosaurus Rex, often simply referred to with a profound sense of awe as T-Rex. This massive predator, its very name a whisper of immense power, with its impossibly powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth, roamed the ancient landscapes of what is now North America. The T-Rex, which lived towards the very end of the Cretaceous period, around 68 to 66 million years ago, has become synonymous with the term dinosaur, for many people symbolizing perhaps more than any other creature the might and raw ferocity of these magnificent prehistoric beings. Its presence was like a living, breathing force of nature, a silent, colossal hunter in the twilight of the dinosaur age. Another truly notable group that reached its zenith and thrived during the Cretaceous was the ceratopsians, often called the horned dinosaurs. Among them, Triceratops stands as one of the most well-known and beloved members. Triceratops, characterized by its impressively large bony frill, a majestic shield protecting its neck, and its three imposing horns on its face, inhabited the verdant areas of North America, also around 68 to 66 million years ago. These formidable herbivores, with their powerful beaks and grinding teeth, were among the last dinosaurs standing, their powerful forms gracing the earth just before the immense mass extinction event that would abruptly close the Mesozoic era. They were the silent sentinels of a fading world, their existence a testament to the success of their specialized adaptations. The Cretaceous also witnessed the remarkable rise of the hadrosaurs, often affectionately known as the duck-billed dinosaurs. Species such as Edmontosaurus were particularly renowned for their broad, flat beaks, wonderfully adapted for shredding tough plant material, like nature's own ancient garden shears. Hadrosaurs were incredibly widespread, their fossilized remains discovered across vast parts of what are now North America, Asia, and even Europe. Their immense success can be attributed not only to their incredibly efficient feeding mechanisms, but also quite possibly to their complex social behaviors, suggesting herds moving like silent living rivers across the ancient plains. Another significant and utterly unique addition to the dinosaur family tree during the Cretaceous was the Spinosaurids, including the awe-inspiring Spinosaurus. This creature is believed by many to have been one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs ever to exist, perhaps even surpassing the T-Rex in sheer length. Spinosaurus, distinguished by its incredibly long, narrow skull, reminiscent of a modern crocodile's, and its magnificent sail-like structure on its back, is thought to have lived both on land and in water, much like modern crocodiles. Imagine a creature equally at home hunting terrestrial and aquatic prey, its massive form gliding through ancient rivers or stalking along their banks. This adaptability to a semi-aquatic lifestyle made Spinosaurus a truly specialized predator, carving out a unique ecological niche unparalleled among other large theropods. And we must not forget the armored dinosaurs, the ankylosaurs, such as the formidable Ankylosaurus itself. Ankylosaurus, with its heavily armored body, a living fortress of bone and osteoderms, and its immensely powerful club-like tail, was perfectly equipped to defend itself against even the most formidable predators. It roamed the landscapes of North America again around 68 to 66 million years ago, a truly impenetrable force in a world of giants. Its very form was a testament to the relentless evolutionary arms race between predator and prey, a silent, unyielding shield against the dangers of its time. The Cretaceous period, however, was not only a time of profound diversification for dinosaurs, it also saw significant quiet changes in the very fabric of plant life on Earth. This era marked the first widespread appearance and remarkable diversification of flowering plants, or angiosperms. This monumental development, like the silent unfurling of a new vibrant banner, profoundly altered ecosystems across the globe, providing new and varied food sources. This deep foundational shift in vegetation patterns may have subtly yet powerfully influenced the evolution and subsequent spread of various herbivorous dinosaurs, further shaping the intricate dynamics of Cretaceous ecosystems and creating a world far more colorful and complex than any that had come before. It was a new symphony of life, with new instruments taking center stage. Before the quiet revolution of flowering plants, the Earth's landscape was dominated by gymnosperms, a venerable lineage of non-flowering seed plants, including the towering conifers, the ancient cycads, and the resilient ferns. These plants had been the primary food source for countless generations of herbivorous dinosaurs, offering a diet that, while abundant, was perhaps less diverse in its nutritional offerings. Imagine a vast green world, but one painted in shades of a more limited palette. These older plant forms had supported the growth and survival of giants for millions of years, their tough fibrous leaves forming the very foundation of ancient food webs. However, the quiet emergence of angiosperms introduced a profound new dynamic into these prehistoric ecosystems. Flowering plants evolved with remarkable speed and efficiency, spreading to a wide variety of habitats, and eventually, by the late Cretaceous, subtly dominating many landscapes. This explosion of angiosperm diversity, often referred to by scientists as the Cretaceous terrestrial revolution, was like a slow, silent explosion of color and form, transforming the green world into something far richer and more intricate. The rise of flowering plants had several profound implications for the herbivorous dinosaurs, altering their world in fundamental ways. Firstly, it provided them with a new and vastly varied source of food. Angiosperms, with their typically faster growth rates and their ability to occupy a wide range of ecological niches, from dense forests to open grasslands, meant that herbivorous dinosaurs had access to a more abundant and crucially more diverse food supply. This newfound bounty could potentially support larger populations of herbivores, allowing for greater numbers to thrive across the land. It may also have gently facilitated the evolution of entirely new species as dinosaurs adapted to exploit these novel food sources. Moreover, the nutritional content of flowering plants, including their leaves, their sweet fruits, and their energy-rich seeds, may have offered distinct advantages over the more ancient gymnosperms. The availability of fruits and seeds in particular could have provided a richer source of energy and essential nutrients, contributing significantly to the dietary needs of these immense dinosaurs. This shift in available nutrition might have subtly influenced their feeding behaviors, encouraging new strategies, and even shaping their physical development over generations as they adapted to this evolving pantry. The interaction between herbivorous dinosaurs and flowering plants was likely a two-way street, a quiet, intricate dance of coevolution. Dinosaurs themselves could have played an unexpected role in the spread and diversification of these new plants. Imagine them acting as unwitting pollinators, inadvertently transferring pollen from flower to flower as they moved from plant to plant, their colossal bodies brushing against ancient blooms. Additionally, the consumption and subsequent dispersal of seeds through the digestive systems of dinosaurs could have significantly aided in the propagation of flowering plants across various environments, scattering the seeds of the future far and wide. It's a beautiful thought that these immense creatures in their quiet act of feeding were also helping to shape the very plant life that sustained them. The ceaseless evolutionary arms race, a silent ancient contest between plants and herbivores, also saw advancements in plant defense mechanisms. As flowering plants became more prevalent and more vulnerable, they evolved sophisticated ways to protect themselves, such as the development of thorns, the toughening of leaves, and the creation of toxic chemicals within their tissues. These defenses, like silent sentinels, would have subtly influenced the feeding patterns and required new adaptations from the herbivorous dinosaurs. In response, these mighty herbivores may have evolved more specialized feeding strategies, perhaps new ways of stripping leaves or grinding tough seeds, or even developed more robust digestive systems capable of handling a wider variety of plant materials, including those armed with defensive properties. It was a constant, intricate negotiation between the eater and the eaten, shaping life in subtle, profound ways. Through the quiet, painstaking study of fossil remains, the ghostly imprints of life from epochs past, and the careful examination of footprints, those fleeting moments preserved in stone, along with the intimate details of nesting sites and other precious paleontological discoveries, scientists have been able to piece together a vivid, almost dreamlike picture of dinosaur life during this era. This meticulous work reveals profound insights into how these magnificent creatures truly interacted with their environment, and perhaps even more captivatingly with each other. It's like finding fragments of a long-lost diary, slowly assembling a narrative from whispers and echoes. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from fossilized dinosaur nests and eggs found in various quiet locations around the world. These intimate findings offer precious clues about the reproductive behaviors of dinosaurs, gently suggesting that some species exhibited remarkable parental care, a tender connection across immense spans of time. For instance, the discovery of nests containing fossilized eggs, some even holding the delicate remains of embryos, indicates that certain dinosaurs, like the Hadrosaur maiasaura, whose name literally means good mother lizard, returned to the same nesting sites repeatedly. This suggests a profound instinct, a quiet commitment, and that they may have provided care for their young even after they hatched. This behavior is reminiscent of modern birds, which, as we've gently noted, are considered the closest living relatives of dinosaurs, a beautiful echo of ancient tenderness. Trackways or fossilized footprints provide another profound window into the daily lives of Cretaceous dinosaurs. These preserved tracks, like ancient pathways frozen in time, have been found in patterns that strongly suggest social behavior, such as herding among various dinosaur species. Imagine a vast plain, and within it, parallel lines of immense footprints, all moving in the same direction, a silent procession from deep time. For example, parallel trackways of ornithopods, those agile bird-hipped plant eaters, clearly indicate that these herbivores move together in groups, possibly as a collective strategy for protection against formidable predators, finding safety in numbers. Similarly, the spacing and orientation of theropod tracks have led some scientists to gently hypothesize that certain carnivorous dinosaurs may have hunted in packs, coordinating their movements with a quiet, ancient cunning to stalk and ambush prey. A silent dance of predator and prey on the ancient stage. The arrangement and location of fossil bones can also offer invaluable insights into dinosaur behavior. Sites where large numbers of a single dinosaur species have been found together, often in what are called bone beds, strongly suggest that some dinosaurs lived in herds or congregations. This herd behavior, observed in species like the horned dinosaur Triceratops, could have provided significant advantages in terms of collective defense against predators and more efficient foraging, allowing them to sweep across vast landscapes, finding food together. On the other hand, the discovery of predator and prey fossils in close proximity can dramatically indicate active hunting or scavenging behavior, as seen in the dramatic fossilized scenes where agile predators like Velociraptor are found locked in combat with herbivores like Protoceratops, a silent tableau of ancient struggle. Additionally, the very physical adaptations of dinosaurs provide subtle yet powerful clues to their behaviors. The remarkable development of specialized teeth, sharp claws, and other unique anatomical features points to a wide variety of feeding strategies, each a testament to nature's ingenuity. From the slicing teeth of carnivores perfectly adapted to cutting flesh with surgical precision, to the flat grinding teeth of herbivores, exquisitely suited for processing tough plant material. Every curve and cusp whispers a tale of ancient meals. The evolution of elaborate horns, intricate frills, and distinctive crests in dinosaurs, such as Triceratops and the duck-billed hadrosaurs, strongly suggests that these features may have been used not just for defense, but also in social displays, perhaps for attracting mates asserting dominance within a group, or in quiet, ancient competitions for resources. Finally, the study of coprolites, those fascinating fossilized dinosaur feces, has contributed immensely to our understanding of dinosaur diets and feeding behaviors. Analysis of coprolites has revealed the quiet remains of digested plant material, tiny bone fragments, and even ancient parasites, offering a direct, intimate look at what some Cretaceous dinosaurs ate and the challenges they faced from disease and parasitism. It's a humbling reminder that even in their waste, these ancient giants left behind profound clues about their lives, whispering secrets from the deep past. Let us now gently lean into the more intimate whispers from the world of dinosaurs, moving beyond their colossal forms and into the realm of their daily lives. How did these magnificent creatures interact with one another? Did they live solitary lives, or did they find comfort and strength in the company of their own kind? The evidence gathered patiently by those who listened to the stones paints a fascinating glimpse into the complex lives these creatures led millions of the years ago. It's a subtle and beautiful narrative supporting the profound idea that certain dinosaurs not only interacted with each other, but also formed groups that might have hunted, migrated, and even cared for their young together, a quiet echo of the social bonds we see in the living world today. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence, perhaps the clearest imprint of their collective lives, comes from the discovery of fossilized footprints, known as trackways. Imagine walking along an ancient shoreline, seeing only the shifting sands. But then, with a quiet shift of the earth, a long-lost pathway emerges. These preserved tracks show patterns of movement that powerfully suggest some species of dinosaurs move together in groups. For example, vast parallel tracks of large, herbivorous dinosaurs such as the majestic sauropods, indicate that these giants might have migrated in immense herds, a slow, deliberate procession across ancient landscapes, perhaps in search of food or suitable nesting grounds. It's a silent geological echo of an ancient journey, a testament to their collective purpose. Similarly, groupings of theropod tracks, those swift two-legged predators, gently suggest that some carnivorous dinosaurs might have hunted in packs, coordinating their movements with an ancient cunning to outmaneuver prey, a complex silent dance of strategy and cooperation. Another significant indicator of social behavior is the intimate discovery of nesting sites, where multiple individuals of the same species have nested incredibly close together. Imagine an ancient nursery, carefully laid out across a prehistoric plain. In Montana, for example, scientists have uncovered vast areas dense with the nests of Maiasaura, that wonderfully named good mother lizard, a duck-billed dinosaur. These nesting sites contained not only fossilized eggs, but also delicate hatchlings and even juveniles still nestled within their ancient stony cradles. This suggests with a profound tenderness that Maiasaura parents may have returned to the same locations to nest repeatedly year after year, driven by an ancient instinct. And crucially, it hints that they provided care for their young after hatching, perhaps bringing them food or protecting them from harm. The very presence of multiple nests in such close proximity indicates a clear level of social organization and perhaps even communal nesting practices, a prehistoric village built on the instincts of parenthood. Additionally, the fossil record has on occasion revealed more dramatic instances of dinosaurs dying in groups, creating what paleontologists call mass grave sites. Imagine a vast collection of bones, all from the same species, found together in one ancient resting place. Some paleontologists interpret these findings as powerful evidence of social living. These bone beds, where individuals of the same species are found together, could indicate that these dinosaurs lived in herds or packs, their lives intertwined. And tragically, they might have faced a common disaster or challenge that led to their simultaneous demise, perhaps a sudden flood, a devastating drought, or a volcanic event. Such findings suggest not only frequent social interaction, but also the profound possibility of complex herd dynamics and intricate social structures, a deep web of ancient relationships. The very physical features of some dinosaurs also subtly hint at their social behaviors. Imagine the elaborate horns and frills of ceratopsians like Triceratops, or the distinctive crests of hadrosaurs such as Parasaurolophus, that magnificent creature with its trombone-like crest. These striking features might have served purposes beyond mere defense or feeding. They could have been crucial for signaling to other members of their species, perhaps in vibrant visual displays, like ancient banners unfurling. These features could have played a vital role in mating displays, asserting dominance in territorial disputes, or in other intricate forms of social communication. Such complexity in their anatomical ornamentation quietly points to a sophisticated level of social interaction and recognition, a silent language spoken through form and color. Studies of bone beds, where the remains of multiple dinosaurs are found together, have also provided intriguing insights into the social lives of predatory dinosaurs. Imagine a collection of powerful hunters, their bones intermingled in a single ancient grave. Some bone beds suggest that large theropods, like Allosaurus, may have hunted or scavenged in groups, a chilling but fascinating possibility. While definitive proof of pack hunting is challenging to establish from the fossil record alone, after all, these are whispers across millions of years. The spatial arrangement of fossils and the presence of multiple individuals of varying ages in a single location powerfully suggest such social interactions. It's like finding clues scattered across a vast ancient crime scene, hinting at a coordinated effort. The reproduction and parental care of dinosaurs have long been subjects of intense study and gentle speculation among paleontologists. Through the meticulous examination of fossils, including the delicate structure of nests, the silent promise within eggs, and the fragile remains of juvenile dinosaur skeletons, scientists have gathered compelling evidence that softly illuminates these intimate aspects of dinosaur biology. This evidence reveals a complex and varied picture, a beautiful tapestry of ancient life woven differently across different species. Dinosaurs, as we've learned, reproduced by laying eggs, a fact beautifully confirmed by the discovery of countless dinosaur nests and eggs across the globe. These eggs, in their silent, ancient forms, vary considerably in size, shape, and structure, like a collection of unique precious stones. This variation itself indicates a wide range of reproductive strategies among different dinosaur species, a testament to the endless creativity of nature. For example, the eggs of the immense sauropods were relatively small compared to their massive adult size. A surprising detail that suggests these dinosaurs laid many eggs, like scattering a handful of seeds to increase the chances of offspring survival in a world teeming with dangers. In contrast, theropods like the fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rex laid larger eggs, which might have contained more developed embryos, requiring a greater parental investment before and immediately after hatching a quieter, more focused act of nurturing. The discovery of dinosaur nesting sites has provided invaluable, intimate insights into their reproductive behavior. Some sites contain nests that are closely spaced and arranged in clear patterns, gently suggesting that certain dinosaurs, such as the hadrosaur Maiasaura, nested in colonies. This communal nesting behavior, like an ancient protective village, could have offered significant advantages, including enhanced protection from predators, as many eyes are better than one, and the precious opportunity for communal care of the young, sharing the burden and the joy of raising a new generation. Fossilized remains of Maiasaura have shown compelling evidence of rapid growth rates in their young, which some scientists interpret as a subtle but powerful sign of parental care, providing ample food and diligent protection to help their offspring grow quickly and reduce their vulnerability to predators. Evidence of parental care extends gently beyond just the hadrosaurs. In theropod species, such as the fascinating oviraptor, whose name ironically means egg thief, a misnomer based on early misunderstandings, adults have been found in close association with nests, sometimes in positions that strongly suggest they were brooding the eggs, much like modern birds do today. Imagine an ancient parent silently protecting its future. This tender behavior indicates that at least some theropods provided diligent care for their eggs, and possibly their hatchlings, by guarding the nest with fierce devotion and regulating the temperature necessary for optimal development. It's a beautiful, timeless echo of nurturing in the depths of prehistory. The very structure and composition of dinosaur eggs themselves also provide quiet clues to their reproductive strategies and the subtle nuances of parental care. Some dinosaur eggs have been found with complex layers and textures, suggesting ingenious mechanisms for gas exchange and protection, like tiny, self-contained fortresses. Additionally, the arrangement of eggs within nests, often in precise circular patterns, and the consistent presence of clutches with multiple eggs like carefully arranged jewels, indicate that dinosaurs invested significant effort into the precise placement and diligent care of their offspring. It was not a random act, but a deliberate, thoughtful process. While direct evidence of juvenile care beyond the egg stage is often more challenging to ascertain from the fossil record, after all, soft behaviors rarely fossilize, the growth patterns inferred from fossilized bones gently suggest that some dinosaurs grew at rates that might have genuinely required parental support. Imagine a young dinosaur, perhaps too large to fit in a nest, still needing the guidance and protection of its parents. The social behavior observed in trackways and inferred from the fossil record of grouped individuals could also subtly imply that young dinosaurs benefited immensely from living in family groups or herds where they could learn valuable survival skills from adults and gain crucial protection from predators, finding safety in numbers and wisdom in experience. It paints a picture of ancient families moving and living together, a shared journey across the vastness of time. Dinosaurs, in their astonishing variety, developed a myriad of unique adaptations that allowed them to truly thrive in diverse environments, and crucially, to become one of the most successful groups of animals in Earth's long and winding history. These adaptations were not merely superficial. They ranged profoundly from intricate physical characteristics to sophisticated behavioral traits, enabling dinosaurs to exploit virtually every ecological niche and dietary preference imaginable. It's a testament to nature's boundless creativity, finding a perfect solution for every challenge. One of the most significant and defining adaptations among dinosaurs was their incredibly wide variety of feeding mechanisms. Imagine a vast ancient kitchen with specialized tools for every kind of meal. Herbivorous dinosaurs, for instance, developed wonderfully specialized teeth and jaws for efficiently processing plant material. The hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs. Those magnificent browsers had hundreds of tightly packed teeth, forming a continuous rough grinding surface, like nature's own ancient millstone, ideally suited for chewing tough fibrous plants with immense efficiency. In stark contrast, the sauropods, those gentle, giant, long-necked dinosaurs, had simple peg-like teeth suited for stripping leaves off branches, which they could then swallow whole, relying on their vast internal digestive systems to break down the food over long, slow hours. Carnivorous dinosaurs, such as the formidable theropods, showcased a different kind of adaptation, masterpieces of hunting and consuming meat. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, for example, had impossibly powerful jaws, capable of delivering one of the most devastating bites in the animal kingdom, and large serrated teeth, like a row of ancient flesh-ripping knives, perfectly designed for delivering a fatal blow to its prey. Smaller, more agile predators like Velociraptor possessed sharp curved claws on their feet, particularly that fearsome sickle-shaped claw, which they likely used to grasp and subdue their victims with startling speed and precision, inflicting deep wounds. Each a perfect silent instrument of predation. Another truly remarkable adaptation was the continuous development of defensive mechanisms, an ongoing silent arms race against the ever-present threat of predation. The stegosaurs, with their large, distinctive bony plates running along their backs and formidable spikes on their tails. The thagomizer could have used these impressive features for protection against predators, a silent warning to stay away. The ankylosaurs, those living fortresses, took defense to an entirely different level, with their heavily armored bodies and club-like tails, making them one of the most heavily fortified dinosaurs, a slow-moving, impenetrable force in the ancient landscape. Dinosaurs also ingeniously adapted to their environments through their modes of locomotion. The bipedal stance of many theropods allowed for incredibly efficient movement and agility, crucial for hunting or scavenging, allowing them to chase down swift prey. On the other hand, the quadrupedal dinosaurs, such as the immense sauropods and the sturdy ceratopsians, had robust pillar-like legs capable of supporting their massive bodies and facilitating long, deliberate migrations over vast distances in search of food or mates. A slow, majestic journey across the ancient plains. Some of the most intriguing adaptations among dinosaurs were intimately related to social behavior and communication. The elaborate crests and intricate frills seen in species like Parasaurolophus, with its unique hollow cranial crest, and Triceratops, may have served multiple functions. These features could have been vital for species recognition, allowing individuals to easily identify others of their kind in a diverse world. They likely played a significant role in sexual selection, attracting mates with their striking displays, and perhaps even in sound production for communication within their groups, creating ancient resonant calls that echoed across the prehistoric landscape. Dinosaur reproductive strategies also displayed remarkable adaptability. The evolution of hard-shelled eggs was a crucial step, allowing dinosaurs to lay their eggs in a wide variety of environments, protecting the developing embryos from desiccation, drying out, and from the ever-present threat of predators. Nesting behaviors, as beautifully seen in the carefully arranged nests of species like Maiasaura, gently suggest that certain dinosaurs invested considerable effort into the precise placement and diligent protection of their offspring, a profound commitment to the next generation, ensuring their legacy would continue for millions of years. Let us now gently broaden our gaze, expanding our quiet journey beyond the intricate details of their bones and behaviors to consider the vast canvas upon which the dinosaur story was painted. The spread of dinosaurs across the continents is a truly fascinating tale deeply interwoven with the majestic dance of geological change and the quiet power of evolutionary adaptation. During the Mesozoic era, that immense span of time from about 252 to 66 million years ago, the very configuration of Earth's continents underwent transformations so profound they are almost beyond our easy imagining. These immense shifts in the planet's land masses, like the slow, deliberate movements of a cosmic choreographer, played an absolutely crucial role in shaping the distribution and driving the magnificent diversification of dinosaur species across the entire globe. At the very dawn of the Mesozoic, as we've gently touched upon all of Earth's landmasses, were still assembled into a single supercontinent known as Pangaea. Imagine a world where every mountain, every desert, every river flowed across one continuous land. This colossal landmass provided a remarkably uniform environment for life. In this undivided world, the early dinosaurs, those quiet pioneers emerging around 230 million years ago, during the late Triassic period, could roam freely, almost without geographical barriers. There were no vast oceans separating populations, no immense mountain ranges acting as impenetrable walls. The lack of significant barriers facilitated the initial effortless spread of dinosaurs, allowing them to establish populations across vast stretches of Pangaea, laying down the first quiet footsteps of their global conquest. As the Mesozoic era gently progressed into the Jurassic period around 201 million years ago, Pangaea began its slow, inevitable process of rifting apart. Imagine a giant ancient continent slowly, inexorably being pulled into two, creating immense fissures that would eventually become vast oceans. This monumental breakup led to the gradual formation of the northern continent, Laurasia, and the southern continent, Gondwana. The division of Pangaea into these immense landmasses and the subsequent development of ever-widening oceanic barriers served to isolate dinosaur populations. This isolation, like a gentle hand guiding different streams down separate paths, led to divergent evolutionary paths, a profound process known as vicariance. This geographical isolation, this slow separation, is one of the key quiet factors that drove the astonishing diversification of dinosaur species as each newly isolated population adapted subtly to its specific evolving environment. It was a gradual yet powerful force carving out new forms from common ancestors. Throughout the Jurassic and deeply into the Cretaceous period, the continents continued their majestic slow drift apart, moving into positions increasingly similar to the arrangement we see today. This continuous, profound movement created entirely new habitats and ecological niches, like fresh canvases waiting for the brushstrokes of life. This, in turn, further encouraged the quiet, relentless evolution of specialized dinosaur species, each exquisitely adapted to a wide and wondrous range of new environments. For example, the gradual spread of herbivorous dinosaurs into new areas, each with subtly different plant life, would have inexorably led to the evolution of a dazzling variety of feeding adaptations, each a perfect solution to the local buffet. Moreover, temporary land bridges and occasional fleeting connections between continents, such as those that occasionally linked North America and Asia, or Europe and Africa, allowed for additional waves of migration. These precious connections provided ancient pathways for dinosaurs and other organisms to spread between continents, exchanging genetic material and quietly contributing to the overall global diversity of dinosaur species. It paints a picture of a world in constant slow motion, always reshaping itself, always offering new pathways for life to explore. The global spread of dinosaurs across the continents is beautifully and powerfully reflected in the fossil record itself. This ancient archive, painstakingly pieced together by patient hands, shows compelling evidence of similar dinosaur species on now separated continents. For instance, fossil whispers of late Jurassic theropods creatures closely related to the formidable Allosaurus have been unearthed in both North America and Europe. This strongly suggests a common ancestry before the final, complete separation of these landmasses, a shared lineage stretching across a unified ancient world. However, the very differences between dinosaurs in various regions highlight an equally powerful truth: the incredible diversity and profound adaptability of these ancient creatures to a wide array of environments across the globe. As the continents shifted and drifted apart during the Mesozoic era, dinosaurs found themselves in a magnificent kaleidoscope of climates and habitats, leading to distinct evolutionary paths and adaptations, uniquely tailored to their specific localized worlds. Let's take a quiet stroll across these ancient separate continents, glimpsing the unique dinosaurian tapestries each one wove. In North America, particularly during the late Cretaceous period, the landscape was home to an astonishingly diverse array of dinosaur species. Here, the formidable Tyrannosaurus Rex stalked its prey, a silent, colossal force. The horned Triceratops, with its magnificent frill, grazed peacefully in vast herds, and the duck-billed hadrosaurs like Edmontosaurus browsed the ancient flora. These magnificent dinosaurs were integral parts of a rich and complex ecosystem that included vast, sprawling coastal plains teeming with life. The very presence of such large predators like T-Rex alongside a rich variety of herbivorous dinosaurs suggests a deeply intricate food web and dynamic interactions among species, a constant ancient dance of life and death. The continent's varied landscape, from lush floodplains where ancient rivers meandered to the expansive ancient coastal margins, provided a wealth of resources for these diverse dinosaurs to exploit, allowing each to find its place in the sun. In stark contrast, the dinosaurs of South America during the same period included some of the truly largest sauropods ever to walk the earth, colossal beings like Argentinosaurus and Patagotitan. Imagine creatures so immense, their very footsteps might have subtly reshaped the landscape. These gigantic herbivores thrived in the continent's rich, fertile environments, which perfectly supported their almost unimaginable sizes, providing boundless nourishment. South America's gradual isolation from other land masses during much of the Mesozoic era, like a great island floating in an ancient sea, allowed for the evolution of unique dinosaur faunas. This included highly specialized carnivores, like the abylosaurids, such as Carnotaurus, which filled the apex predator niche in the absence of the tyrannosaurs, evolving their own terrifying adaptations. Asia during the late Cretaceous period was home to a truly remarkable variety of dinosaurs, a quiet testament to its diverse landscapes. Here we find the fascinating feathered theropods like Velociraptor, which inhabited the vast arid desert environments of what is now Mongolia. The recent profound discovery of numerous feathered dinosaur species in China has provided invaluable intimate insights into the evolutionary relationship between dinosaurs and birds, a silent, beautiful revelation. These regions were also home to some of the earliest known horned dinosaurs, or ceratopsians, gently suggesting that Asia played a critical pioneering role in the early evolution of this magnificent group. Europe during the same ancient time was not a single continuous landmass as we know it today, but rather a series of large islands separated by shallow ancient seas. This insular environment, this patchwork of land and water, led to the evolution of distinct dinosaur species, each exquisitely adapted to island life. This promoted a fascinating phenomenon known as dwarfism in some dinosaur species, where isolated populations evolved to become smaller than their mainland relatives due to limited resources. Imagine small-sized iguanodon relatives found in Spain, a charming contrast to their larger relatives on other continents. The quiet isolation of these island ecosystems allowed for truly unique evolutionary experiments, resulting in dinosaurs that were distinctly European, a testament to the power of geographical boundaries to shape life. Africa, with its ancient landscapes, ranging from vast Sahara-like deserts to lush river deltas, was home to a diverse and often unique array of dinosaur life. Here we find the truly awe-inspiring Spinosaurus, the largest known carnivorous dinosaur perfectly adapted to a semi-aquatic lifestyle, a living river monster. Spinosaurus is a powerful testament to the diverse adaptations dinosaurs developed to thrive in specific environmental niches, a beautiful example of specialized evolution. Africa's dinosaur fauna also included massive sauropods and a variety of predatory theropods, showcasing the continent's profound role as a cradle of dinosaur diversity, a vibrant hub of ancient life. And then there were the so-called polar dinosaurs, a truly intriguing group that lived during various periods of the Mesozoic era, including the Cretaceous. Imagine dinosaurs in a place that today is covered in ice and perpetual snow. Parts of what are now Alaska, Australia, and Antarctica were in the deep past much closer to the poles. Despite being closer to the poles, these regions were not as frigid and ice-covered as they are today. The climate, though cooler than the equatorial regions, where other dinosaurs thrived, was still relatively mild, thanks to Earth's overall warmer climate during the Mesozoic. However, these polar regions still experienced extreme seasonal variations, with long dark winters where the sun might not rise for months, and summers of continuous daylight, a strange and challenging rhythm. To survive in these challenging, unique conditions, polar dinosaurs developed several remarkable unique adaptations. One of their key survival strategies was likely their ability to regulate their body temperatures. While the gentle debate continues on whether all dinosaurs were warm-blooded endothermic like mammals, or birds, or cold-blooded ectothermic like modern reptiles, it's highly possible that polar dinosaurs had some level of metabolic control over their body temperature. This ability would have been crucial for surviving the cold, dark winters, allowing them to remain active and find food even when the sun had vanished. Another adaptation that may have aided polar dinosaurs is the possibility of seasonal behavioral changes, such as migration. Imagine vast herds moving with the seasons, following the sun's gentle warmth. Some species might have migrated to warmer regions during the coldest months, though the direct evidence for large-scale migration among polar dinosaurs is still a topic of quiet, ongoing research. Alternatively, they could have adapted by having changes in their activity levels or subtle shifts in their dietary habits to cope with the varying availability of food throughout the year, a clever response to nature's rhythm. The diet of polar dinosaurs also suggests a profound adaptability. Herbivorous dinosaurs living in these polar regions would have had to rely on plants that could withstand cooler climates and prolonged periods of low light. This might have included resilient evergreen conifers and ginkgos, which were prevalent during the Mesozoic era, providing a steady, if perhaps less varied food source. Carnivorous dinosaurs, on the other hand, would have preyed on these herbivores, or scavenged, possibly benefiting from the continuous summer daylight to hunt for extended periods. Fossil evidence, including preserved stomach contents and coprolites, fossilized dung, provides precious clues about the diets of polar dinosaurs and how they might have changed seasonally to adapt to the available resources, a silent testimony to their resilience. Moreover, the discovery of dinosaur nests and the delicate fossils of young dinosaurs in these polar regions strongly suggests that some species not only bred but also raised their young in these high latitudes, indicating a year-round adaptation to the unique challenges of the polar environment. It paints a picture of life truly finding a way even in the most unexpected corners of an ancient world. Let us now gently turn our attention to the more formidable inhabitants of the Mesozoic world. Those magnificent creatures that stood at the very pinnacle of the ancient food web. Among the dinosaurs, several truly formidable predators held this esteemed position, each employing unique and often terrifying hunting strategies to dominate their respective environments. These apex predators were not merely large, they were exquisitely adapted for capturing and consuming prey, showcasing a breathtaking range of evolutionary innovations that made them remarkably efficient hunters. Imagine a silent, ancient ballet of power and precision played out across millions of years. One of the most iconic and perhaps most familiar of these top predators was the Tyrannosaurus Rex, a name that still whispers of immense power and majesty. This colossal carnivore lived in what is now North America during the late Cretaceous period. The T-Rex is renowned above all for its truly massive size, its incredibly powerful jaws, and its rows of sharp serrated teeth, each one capable of growing up to 12 inches long, like ancient living daggers. These formidable physical attributes strongly suggest that T-Rex was capable of delivering truly fatal bites to its prey, causing catastrophic damage and immense blood loss. Imagine the raw force of its jaws, capable of crushing bone and tearing through flesh with terrifying ease. Despite ongoing debates about whether it was primarily a scavenger or a hunter, a quiet whisper of scientific curiosity, the weight of evidence increasingly points to T-Rex being an opportunistic predator. This means it likely attacked live prey when the opportunity arose with immense power and purpose, and would readily scavenge when it did not, making efficient use of every resource. Its strong legs and relatively fast speed for its colossal size would have allowed it to ambush or pursue prey over short, powerful bursts of distance, a terrifyingly effective ancient hunter. In the same period but on a different continent, a truly unique and even larger predator roamed the ancient world, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus. This magnificent creature inhabited what is now North Africa. Spinosaurus stands unique among known dinosaurs for its profound semi-aquatic lifestyle, a remarkable adaptation that set it apart. It was perfectly suited for hunting both on land and, crucially, in water. Its long, crocodilian-like jaws and its distinctive conical teeth were perfectly designed for catching slippery fish, like living grappling hooks. Recent evidence gently suggests that it spent much of its time in ancient rivers and sprawling lakes, hunting aquatic prey with quiet efficiency. This profound adaptation to a partially aquatic lifestyle is unparalleled among other large theropods, making Spinosaurus one of the most specialized and intriguing top predators, a silent ancient river monster thriving in its unique watery domain. Another truly formidable predator that stalked the ancient landscapes was the Allosaurus, which lived during the late Jurassic period in North America. Allosaurus was perhaps not as monstrous in size as T-Rex, but it was, nonetheless, a truly fearsome hunter. It possessed a large skull, a powerful bone structure, exquisitely equipped with dozens of sharp teeth, each one a silent blade. Its powerful neck muscles suggested a hunting strategy that involved immense biting and tearing flesh from its prey, a brutal, efficient method. What's truly intriguing, however, is that Allosaurus may have hunted in packs, according to some careful interpretations of fossil evidence. This potential for cooperative hunting, like a coordinated ancient hunting party, would have allowed it to take down much larger sauropods and other well-defended herbivores creatures that a single Allosaurus might not have been able to subdue alone. Imagine a group of these powerful predators moving with silent purpose, working together to bring down a colossal meal. The Cretaceous period also saw the quiet emergence of the Giganotosaurus in South America. This creature, one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs ever discovered, was even larger than T-Rex in terms of sheer length. Giganotosaurus likely preyed on the truly giant sauropods that inhabited the same region, colossal herbivores that dwarfed even the Giganotosaurus itself. Its immense size, powerful legs, built for relentless pursuit, and its rows of sharp teeth suggest it was an incredibly formidable predator, perfectly capable of taking down some of the largest herbivores of its time. It was an ancient titan hunting other titans, a brutal, magnificent dance of power. These top predators, in their astonishing variety, employed a truly wide array of hunting strategies. From silent ambush tactics, where they would lie in wait for unsuspecting prey, to possibly hunting in packs, a collaborative effort of immense power and cleverly exploiting specific environmental niches to target certain prey. Their methods were as diverse as their forms. Their physical adaptations were meticulously honed over millions of years of evolution: sharp teeth for tearing flesh with brutal efficiency, powerful limbs for chasing or ambushing prey with devastating speed, and, in the unique case of Spinosaurus, remarkable adaptations for an aquatic lifestyle opening up entirely new hunting grounds. These adaptations, each a masterpiece of natural selection, ensured they remained the apex predators of their respective ecosystems, holding their place at the very top of the ancient food chain. The very coexistence of these large predators with other dinosaurs is a profound testament to the complex and remarkably balanced ecosystems that characterize the Mesozoic era. Imagine a vast, intricate web of life where each thread, no matter how small, plays a crucial role. Various factors enabled these formidable hunters to share their environments with a rich diversity of other dinosaur species, including not only their essential prey, but also their competitors and even other predators, each carving out its own unique place. Understanding how these large carnivores coexisted with other dinosaurs involves gently examining their diverse diets, their subtle territorial behaviors, and the specific ecological niches they occupied, like unique puzzle pieces fitting together perfectly. Large predators such as the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Allosaurus occupied the very pinnacle of the food chain in their respective ecosystems. Their very survival, their continued dominance, depended entirely on the availability of prey, which included a wide and varied array of herbivorous dinosaurs. This prey species varied immensely in size, from small agile ornithopods, quick and nimble, to truly massive sauropods, immense and slow-moving. This natural diversity in prey size and behavior likely played a crucial role in preventing any single predator species from overhunting a particular prey species, thus subtly maintaining a delicate balance within the ecosystem. It was a silent, ancient agreement between hunter and hunted, ensuring the continuity of life. The existence of varied habitats within these ancient ecosystems also profoundly facilitated coexistence. Different predators, through the slow, relentless hand of evolution, adapted to specific environments where they were most efficient at hunting. For example, some large theropods may have preferred open plains where they could use their immense speed to chase down prey, like ancient greyhounds, while others, like the unique Spinosaurus, adapted to hunting in aquatic or semi-aquatic environments, their bodies sculpted by the water. This profound specialization allowed large predators to exploit different food sources and subtly reduced direct competition for resources, allowing multiple powerful hunters to thrive in the same vast world. Territorial behavior also played a significant, though often unseen, role in how large predators coexisted with each other. Much like modern carnivores, large dinosaur predators likely had vast territories that they fiercely defended against rivals. This territoriality, like an invisible boundary drawn across the land, would have helped to space out predator populations, reducing intense competition for food within a given area. While direct evidence for such behavior is mostly speculative, as it is incredibly difficult to prove from the fossil record alone, modern analogs in predator behavior provide a plausible basis for this theory, a quiet echo across millions of years. The seasonal migrations of herbivorous dinosaurs could have also profoundly supported the coexistence of multiple large predators. Imagine vast herds of herbivores, like living rivers, moving slowly but inexorably between feeding and breeding grounds following the rhythms of the seasons. These migrations would ensure a constantly moving food source, preventing the overexploitation of local resources in any single area. Predators might have patiently followed these migrations, their silent shadows moving with the herds, or waited at strategic points along migration routes to ambush the passing herds, a predictable bounty. It was a grand ancient dance of movement and sustenance. Furthermore, the very presence of scavenging opportunities would have allowed different carnivorous dinosaurs to feed without always needing to make a fresh kill. Large predators could readily scavenge from carcasses left by others, perhaps abandoned by a larger, stronger hunter, or from natural deaths within the immense herbivore populations. This provided a crucial supplemental food source that subtly reduced the immense pressure on live prey populations, acting as a natural safety net in the ancient food web, ensuring that no valuable resource went to waste. Finally, the staggered appearance of different large predator species across the Mesozoic timeline meant that ecosystems were in a state of continual quiet evolution. As some predator species gradually became extinct, others gently emerged, filling the vacated niches. This dynamic equilibrium allowed for the long-term coexistence of truly diverse dinosaur communities, including multiple large predators, a vast array of herbivores, and countless smaller carnivores. Each played a crucial, intricate role in the complex web of life that characterized the magnificent age of dinosaurs. It was a constantly shifting, ever-evolving landscape of existence, a silent testament to the endless creativity of natural selection. The effectiveness of these large dinosaur predators in their environments was not a matter of mere chance, but a direct result of a series of remarkable adaptations that evolved meticulously over millions of years. These adaptations not only made them utterly formidable hunters, but also ensured their very survival in the competitive and ever-changing ecosystems of the Mesozoic era. Understanding these adaptations provides a profound, quiet insight into the natural history of these incredible creatures and the specific ecological niches they occupied, like unique, perfectly carved keys fitting into ancient locks. One key adaptation was their remarkably sophisticated sensory systems. Large predators like the Tyrannosaurus Rex had forward-facing eyes, providing them with acute binocular vision. This is an absolutely crucial trait for depth perception, allowing them to accurately gauge the distance to their moving prey with terrifying precision. Imagine a modern hawk, its eyes locked onto its quarry but on a colossal scale. Additionally, evidence gently suggests that many of these predators had excellent hearing and an incredibly keen sense of smell, like ancient bloodhounds. These heightened senses enabled them to detect prey from long distances, or even to efficiently scavenge carcasses, making them masters of their domain. The teeth and jaws of large carnivorous dinosaurs were also highly specialized, perfect instruments for their predatory lifestyles. Tyrannosaurs, for example, possessed large banana-shaped teeth, not thin and blade-like, but thick and robust, with serrated edges perfect for tearing through flesh and bone. Their immensely powerful jaw muscles allowed them to deliver one of the most powerful bites in the entire animal kingdom, capable of crushing bone and slicing through the toughest armor of herbivorous dinosaurs. Smaller predators like Velociraptor, in contrast, had more blade-like teeth designed for precision cutting and shearing. Each tooth a silent, ancient tool for survival. The limb adaptations of these predators were also critically important for their hunting strategies. The long, strong legs of theropods, like the Allosaurus, enabled them to cover ground quickly, either to ambush prey with startling speed or engage in sustained pursuits, tirelessly tracking their quarry. Some species had highly specialized claws, like the fearsome, sickle-shaped claw of the Velociraptor. This unique weapon could have been used to slash at or grip onto prey, inflicting deep, debilitating wounds, a terrifyingly effective ancient tool. Another significant adaptation was the development of complex social behaviors in some predatory dinosaurs, which may have included pack hunting. While definitive direct evidence for pack behavior is often challenging to confirm from the fossil record alone, after all, behaviors don't fossilize easily, the discovery of multiple individuals of species like Allosaurus at the same fossil sites strongly suggests that these dinosaurs may have hunted in groups. This collaborative effort, like an ancient coordinated military strike, would have allowed them to take down much larger prey than they could have managed alone, significantly increasing their hunting success rate. This social cooperation would have been a considerable advantage in capturing the large, well-defended herbivores of the time. Body size itself was an adaptation that varied among large predators, with each size offering different advantages. Larger predators could naturally take down bigger prey and were less likely to be challenged by other formidable carnivores, while smaller predators, in contrast, benefited from greater agility and the ability to exploit a wider range of prey, including juvenile dinosaurs and smaller species, allowing them to thrive in different ecological niches. Finally, some predators exhibited remarkable adaptations for specific environmental conditions. For instance, Spinosaurus is believed to have been semi-aquatic, with unique adaptations such as its long crocodilian-like jaw and dense bones that allowed it to hunt both in water and on land. This remarkable versatility would have given it access to a unique prey niche compared to its entirely terrestrial counterparts, making it a master of its specific watery domain. These diverse adaptations paint a vivid picture of a world teeming with powerful specialized hunters, each a testament to the endless ingenuity of life. As we continue our gentle exploration, let us now shift our gaze from the formidable hunters to the magnificent architects of the green world, the plant-eating dinosaurs. During the Mesozoic era, these diverse herbivores filled a multitude of ecological niches across the globe, shaping the very landscapes they inhabited. Imagine a vast living engine constantly transforming plant matter into immense moving forms. These herbivorous dinosaurs evolved a breathtaking multitude of adaptations that allowed them to feed on the wide ancient buffet of vegetation present in their environments, from the low-lying lush ferns and delicate cycads to the towering conifers and later the vibrant, newly blossoming flowering plants. The sheer variety of plant-eating dinosaurs was astounding, including the truly massive sauropods, the heavily armored ankylosaurs, the distinctive beaked hadrosaurs, and the formidable horned ceratopsians, among countless others. Each one a unique testament to nature's ingenuity. Let's begin with the sauropods. Those iconic plant eaters renowned above all for their truly enormous size. Think of Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, and Diplodocus. Their very names whisper of colossal scale. These gentle giants possessed incredibly long necks, reaching upwards like living cranes, allowing them to access high into trees to feed on foliage that was entirely out of reach for other herbivores. Their legs were like thick, pillar-like columns, perfectly designed to support their immense bodies, allowing them to move with a slow, majestic grace. Despite their vast size, they had relatively small heads with simple peg-like teeth, perfectly suited for stripping leaves off branches. Sauropods were believed to have a remarkably slow digestive system, with vast fermenting guts, like immense internal vats that could efficiently break down tough plant material over long periods, extracting every last bit of nourishment. Their lives were a continuous slow process of consuming and converting the ancient plant world into living, breathing mountains. Next, we turn to the ankylosaurs, including the formidable Ankylosaurus itself, and Euoplocephalus. These were the true armored dinosaurs, living tanks designed by nature for ultimate defense. Their bodies were covered in incredibly heavy bony plates, known as osteoderms, and many species had additional spikes or knobs for added protection, making them a truly unappetizing prospect for any predator. Their most striking feature was often their club-like tails, a formidable weapon capable of delivering powerful blows to deter or injure predators. These dinosaurs were primarily low browsers, patiently feeding on ground-level vegetation. They had small teeth and wide grinding surfaces, likely used to process tough fibrous plants with meticulous efficiency. Their very existence was a testament to the evolutionary arms race, a silent, unyielding shield against the dangers of their world. The hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, such as Edmontosaurus and Parasaurolophus, were another incredibly successful group of herbivores that thrived during the late Cretaceous. They possessed remarkably specialized teeth, arranged in a unique way that formed a continuous grinding surface, like a sophisticated dental battery, allowing them to chew their food thoroughly, a relatively advanced feature among dinosaurs. Their broad duck-like beaks were perfectly adapted to strip leaves and twigs from trees and bushes, acting like ancient secateurs. Hadrosaurs were widespread, and their success can be attributed to their efficient feeding mechanisms, and, as we've discussed, possibly their complex social behaviors suggesting herds moving like living currents across the ancient plains. Then there were the ceratopsians, magnificent creatures like Triceratops and Styracosaurus, characterized by their large, impressive frills and imposing facial horns. These features were likely used for defense against predators and perhaps for display during mating rituals, a silent language of power and attraction. These dinosaurs had beaked mouths that were incredibly efficient at clipping vegetation, and their complex teeth were capable of grinding tough plant material with surprising precision. They were primarily low browsers, patiently feeding on fern cycads and the low-growing leaves of conifers, carefully selecting their ancient meals. Finally, we encounter the stegosaurs, such as the iconic Stegosaurus, with its distinctive double rows of large bony plates running along their backs and formidable spikes at the end of their tails, known as a thagomizer. These dinosaurs had relatively small heads and simple peg-like teeth, suggesting a diet of softer vegetation. The precise function of their plates has been a subject of gentle debate, with theories suggesting they were used for display, thermoregulation, regulating body temperature, or defense. However, the spiked tail was undoubtedly a weapon capable of being swung at predators, inflicting serious injuries. The strategic placement of the spikes at the tail's end suggests that stegosaurs could have used their tails as flexible, powerful weapons, keeping predators at bay while minimizing risk to themselves. These diverse groups of plant-eating dinosaurs not only beautifully illustrate the wide array of feeding adaptations that evolved among dinosaurs, but also highlight the profound complexity of Mesozoic ecosystems. Their very existence provided the foundational bedrock for a dynamic food web, with each group meticulously occupying specific niches that minimized direct competition for precious resources. Herbivorous dinosaurs employed a remarkable variety of strategies to defend themselves against the formidable predators of their time, showcasing the continuous, silent, evolutionary arms race between predator and prey during the Mesozoic era. These defense mechanisms ranged from ingenious physical adaptations, like intricate armor and imposing horns, to sophisticated behavioral strategies, such as living in immense herds and possibly even using camouflage. Each adaptation, a unique masterpiece of survival, provided these patient plant eaters with a crucial means to survive in a world filled with powerful carnivorous dinosaurs. One of the most visually striking and effective defensive adaptations was the development of armor. Ankylosaurs such as Ankylosaurus and Euoplocephalus were, in essence, living tanks. Their entire bodies were covered in thick bony plates known as osteoderms, like a formidable natural suit of armor. Many species also had sharp spikes or knobs embedded in their skin for added protection, making them an incredibly unappealing target. The most iconic defensive feature was the tail club of some ankylosaur species, a massive bony weapon capable of delivering immensely powerful blows to deter or seriously injure predators. This heavy, impenetrable armor made ankylosaurs one of the least palatable choices for predators, a slow-moving but utterly formidable fortress. The ceratopsians, like Triceratops and Styracosaurus, utilized their large horns and frills as both defensive tools and, perhaps, as silent deterrents. The horns, sharp and menacing, could have been used to charge at predators, delivering piercing blows, or to fend off attacks with powerful thrusts. The large, bony frills might have provided crucial protection for the neck, a vulnerable area, and also acted as an intimidating visual display to potential threats, making the dinosaur appear even larger and more formidable than it was. The sheer size and strength of ceratopsians, combined with their specialized defensive headgear, made them incredibly challenging prey for even the largest predators, forcing attackers to consider the immense risk. Stegosaurus, with its distinctive rows of large bony plates along its back, which may have been used for display or thermoregulation, also possessed formidable spikes at the end of its tail, famously called thagomizers. These sharp spikes could be swung with considerable force at predators, inflicting serious injuries. The strategic placement of these spikes at the tail's end suggests that stegosaurs could have used their tails as flexible, powerful weapons, keeping predators at bay while minimizing risk to their own vulnerable bodies. It was an elegant, if brutal, solution to the challenge of survival. Many hadrosaurs, duck-billed dinosaurs, and sauropods, like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus, may have relied more on behavioral strategies for defense, finding strength in unity. These colossal dinosaurs often lived in herds, which could have provided significant safety in numbers. Being part of a large group meant there were more eyes to spot danger, and large congregations of individuals could confuse or deter predators, making it difficult for a single attacker to isolate and target one individual. Some hadrosaurs also possessed unique crests that might have been used to produce loud, resonant sounds, potentially to warn others of danger or even to scare off smaller predators, using ancient vocalizations as a defense. Camouflage is another possible defense strategy, though direct evidence for this is much harder to ascertain from the fossil record. However, the discovery of preserved skin patterns and hints of colors in some dinosaur species gently suggests that camouflage could have been used to blend into their environments, allowing them to hide from predators in plain sight, becoming one with the ancient landscape. It's a subtle, unseen art of survival, a testament to nature's endless cunning. The evolution of flowering plants, or angiosperms, during the Cretaceous period had a truly profound and transformative impact on the ecosystems of the time, and consequently on the herbivorous dinosaurs that inhabited them. Before the widespread appearance of these vibrant new plant forms, the terrestrial landscape was dominated by gymnosperms, venerable species such as conifers, cycads, and ginkgos. These long-standing plants had been the primary food sources for many herbivorous dinosaurs for millions of years, forming the very bedrock of their diets. However, the advent of angiosperms introduced a significant quiet revolution in the variety and availability of plant life, offering entirely new dietary options and profoundly influencing the evolution of the dinosaurs that fed on these novel plants. It was a new symphony of life with new melodies emerging from the plant world. Flowering plants are characterized by their remarkably rapid life cycles and their exceptional ability to inhabit a wide range of environments. This inherent versatility allowed them to spread quickly across many regions, like a silent green wave, profoundly diversifying the plant life available to herbivorous dinosaurs. As angiosperms became more prevalent, they likely provided a more nutritious and energy-rich food source than the tougher, more fibrous gymnosperms that had previously dominated the landscape. This profound shift in available nutrition could have supported larger populations of herbivores, allowing for greater numbers to thrive and potentially facilitating the evolution of new species, as dinosaurs adapted to exploit this newfound bounty. One of the direct, most profound effects of the evolution of flowering plants on herbivorous dinosaurs was the potential development of more complex digestive systems. Imagine an internal biological factory adapting to new raw materials. To efficiently process the diverse range of plant materials, including the hard seeds and fleshy fruits produced by angiosperms, some dinosaurs might have evolved more sophisticated methods of digestion. This could include the development of specialized teeth for meticulously grinding seeds and fruits, as well as subtle yet crucial changes in their gut morphology to better ferment and extract nutrients from a varied diet. Additionally, the widespread presence of flowering plants might have influenced the social behavior and migratory patterns of herbivorous dinosaurs. As these new plants colonized different environments, herbivores may have instinctively followed, leading to the exploration of new territories, and possibly even the establishment of migratory routes to take advantage of seasonal blooms. This dynamic could have fostered greater mobility among herbivorous dinosaur populations, affecting their distribution across the ancient landscapes and their interaction with the surrounding ecosystems. The diversification of angiosperms also likely led to an increase in the complexity of Mesozoic ecosystems. With more plant species occupying various ecological niches, the ancient world became far more intricate, like a tapestry with countless new threads. Herbivorous dinosaurs would have had to adapt to exploit these new resources, driving the evolution of dietary specialization in some dinosaur groups. This, in turn, could have led to a more intricate web of predator-prey relationships and interspecies competition, creating a truly dynamic and evolving ancient world. Furthermore, the evolution of flowering plants had implications far beyond the immediate dietary benefits for herbivorous dinosaurs. The rise of angiosperms is intimately associated with the development of co-evolutionary relationships with pollinators, such as ancient insects, which could have added another subtle layer of complexity to the ecosystems of the time. While dinosaurs are not typically thought of as direct pollinators, the profound changes in plant life would have indirectly influenced dinosaur populations by affecting the entire food web, from insects and other small animals up to the largest herbivores and their formidable predators. It was a silent, grand reorchestration of life, with new harmonies emerging from the ancient green world. As we reach the final chapters of our quiet journey, we must now gently approach the profound and often somber moments that marked the twilight of the dinosaur age. Throughout their immense existence, these magnificent creatures encountered several major extinction events long before facing their ultimate dramatic demise. These earlier cataclysms, like immense, powerful currents, profoundly shaped the course of dinosaur evolution and the very biodiversity on Earth, gently nudging life in new directions. They were not merely destructive forces, but also paradoxically the architects of new opportunities, clearing the stage for new forms to emerge and flourish. One of the most significant and ancient of these extinction events occurred at the very end of the Permian period, around 252 million years ago, a truly ancient whisper of geological time. Known to scientists as the Permian-Triassic extinction event, this catastrophic happening resulted in the staggering loss of approximately 90% of marine species and a devastating 70% of terrestrial vertebrate species. Imagine the vibrant tapestry of life being almost entirely unraveled. This included many early reptiles and amphibians creatures that might have otherwise competed with the nascent dinosaurian forms. While dinosaurs themselves did not yet exist during this immense extinction event, its profound impact was undeniable. It essentially cleared the way for their eventual rise, meticulously eliminating countless competitors and creating vast, empty ecological opportunities, like a fresh, vast canvas awaiting new brushstrokes. The next significant, though perhaps less devastating extinction event occurred at the end of the Triassic period, approximately 201 million years ago. This event, known as the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, while not as severe as its Permian predecessor, still had a notable and far-reaching impact on biodiversity. It resulted in the quiet disappearance of numerous reptilian groups, including some large amphibians and early mammal-like reptiles. This clearing of the ancient stage effectively paved the way for dinosaurs to truly become the dominant terrestrial vertebrates during the subsequent Jurassic period. With fewer competing reptilian groups, the path was clear for dinosaurs to expand into new ecological roles and environments, leading to the astonishing emergence of iconic species like the immense sauropods and the powerful theropods. It was a subtle yet powerful push towards their impending reign. However, it was the truly catastrophic Cretaceous-Paleogene KPG extinction event that ultimately brought an abrupt and definitive end to the magnificent reign of the dinosaurs. This profound event, occurring approximately 66 million years ago, is infamous above all else for leading to the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs, those dinosaurs that did not evolve into birds. But its impact was far broader, wiping out many other organisms across the planet, including numerous marine reptiles, the graceful flying reptiles known as pterosaurs, and countless plant and invertebrate species. The exact precise causes of the KPG extinction event are still gently debated, a quiet scientific mystery that continues to unravel. Yet, it is widely believed to have been triggered by a powerful combination of factors: a perfect tragic storm, including a massive asteroid impact, immense volcanic activity, and profound climate change. This confluence of forces created an environmental cataclysm on a global scale, drawing a definitive curtain on an era. The KPG extinction event had a profound and lasting impact on Earth's ecosystems, reshaping both terrestrial and marine environments in fundamental ways. It was like a giant reset button for the planet, paving the way for the quiet yet inexorable rise of mammals and birds as the dominant vertebrate groups. While dinosaurs faced immense challenges and multiple extinction events, throughout their long existence, they were remarkably successful for over 160 million years before ultimately succumbing to the truly catastrophic events of the KPG extinction. This singular event marked the definitive end of the Mesozoic era, drawing a clear line in geological time, and ushered in the dawn of the Cenozoic era, during which mammals once small and unassuming quietly rose to prominence and diversified to fill the vast ecological niches left vacant by the sudden demise of the dinosaurs. It's a poignant reminder that even the grandest reigns eventually come to a close, making way for new beginnings. The end Cretaceous extinction event is perhaps one of the most studied and pondered extinction events in Earth's entire history. Scientists have patiently gathered various lines of evidence, like fragments of an ancient cosmic puzzle, to understand its devastating cause. One major, incredibly compelling piece of evidence is the discovery of a distinct layer of sediment highly enriched in the element iridium. This layer, like a thin dark line drawn across the geological record, has been found in numerous locations around the world, from quiet coastal cliffs to deep boreholes, and crucially, it dates back precisely to the time of the extinction event. Iridium is a rare element in Earth's crust, but is remarkably abundant in extraterrestrial objects like asteroids and comets. This profound discovery led scientists to propose, with a mixture of awe and trepidation, that a massive asteroid impact occurred around the very time of the extinction, a cosmic visitor altering the fate of life on Earth. Further evidence, like corroborating whispers from the past, strongly supporting the asteroid impact hypothesis, includes the compelling presence of shocked quartz and microscopic diamonds in the same sediment layers dating to the KPG boundary. These unique minerals, like tiny fractured jewels, form only under extreme pressure and temperature conditions often associated with immense impact events. Additionally, researchers have identified a vast ancient impact crater from around the same time period, the immense Chicxulub crater now hidden beneath layers of sediment off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. The sheer size and precise location of the Chicxulub crater strongly suggest that it could indeed be the very result of the impact that triggered the end Cretaceous extinction event, a single devastating blow. In addition to the powerful asteroid impact hypothesis, scientists also gently consider other profound factors that may have contributed to, or perhaps even exacerbated, the extinction event. Volcanic activity particularly, the immense prolonged eruptions of the Deccan Traps in present-day India likely played a significant role. Imagine vast rivers of molten rock and immense clouds of ash spewing forth for centuries. These eruptions would have released truly large amounts of ash gases and aerosols into the atmosphere, leading to profound environmental disruptions and drastic climate changes. These colossal volcanic eruptions may have acted in tragic conjunction with the asteroid impact, like two immense destructive forces combining to exacerbate the already devastating effects of the extinction event, pushing life on Earth past a critical tipping point. So what truly happened on that last fateful day of the dinosaurs? On this pivotal, unimaginable day, the Earth would have looked vastly different from the familiar world we know today. The climate was warmer. The continents were arranged in a different ancient mosaic, with vast inland seas and lush tropical forests covering much of the land. Dinosaurs, in their astonishing diversity, roamed vibrant ecosystems ranging from dense ancient forests to wide-open plains, each species perfectly adapted to its unique niche and ecological role. The precise sequence of events on that final day remains in many ways an uncertainty, a haunting mystery. But the impact of an asteroid or comet likely set off a chilling chain reaction of catastrophic events. As the asteroid, a silent cosmic cannonball, collided with the Earth's surface, it released an immense, unimaginable amount of energy, causing widespread devastation. The impact would have generated intense heat, immediately triggering wildfires that engulfed vast areas of vegetation, turning ancient forests into roaring infernos. The sheer force of the impact also generated immense seismic waves, causing the very ground to tremble and rupture, and massive tsunamis towering walls of water that swept across coastlines and inundated low-lying areas, swallowing ancient lands. Beyond the immediate terrifying destruction, the impact would have vaporized vast amounts of rock and debris, propelling them high into the atmosphere like a silent, terrifying explosion. This immense cloud of dust and aerosols would have created a global dust cloud so thick and pervasive that it effectively blocked out sunlight across the entire planet. This sudden prolonged period of darkness, like an unending night, and the drastic drop in temperatures, a phenomenon chillingly known as impact winter, would have had profound consequences. Photosynthesis. The very engine of plant life would have largely ceased, leading to the rapid collapse of ecosystems from the base of the food web upwards. This, in turn, led to the extinction of countless plant and animal species, including most dramatically the non-avian dinosaurs, bringing their magnificent reign to an abrupt and silent close. It was a day of profound, unprecedented change, a cosmic turning point, etched forever into the geological record. In the profound aftermath of the end Cretaceous extinction event, the Earth underwent truly significant changes that reshaped its ecosystems in fundamental ways and, crucially, set the stage for the rise of entirely new life forms. The consequences of this catastrophic event were far-reaching and deeply profound, leaving a lasting impact on the planet's biodiversity and its evolutionary trajectory. It was as if the Earth itself took a deep, shuddering breath and then began to slowly, deliberately rebuild. One of the immediate and most devastating consequences of the extinction event was the widespread and immense loss of species diversity. Not only did the magnificent non-avian dinosaurs disappear from the fossil record, leaving an immense void, but numerous other plant and animal species also went extinct. Their whispers silenced forever. This immense loss of biodiversity disrupted intricate ecological relationships that had existed for millions of years and led to the widespread collapse of food webs, like complex ancient tapestries unraveling. The ripple effects of this collapse were felt throughout ecosystems worldwide, from the smallest organisms to the largest, creating a desolate, quiet landscape. However, amidst this immense loss, a quiet, profound opportunity emerged. The disappearance of dominant groups of organisms, like the clearing of a vast ancient stage, created immense ecological opportunities for surviving species to fill the vacant niches and adapt to new environmental conditions. It was a moment of profound evolutionary liberation. Mammals, which had previously occupied relatively minor and often nocturnal roles in ecosystems, often living in the shadow of the dinosaurs, underwent a truly remarkable diversification during the aftermath of the extinction event. With less direct competition from dinosaurs and other large reptiles, mammals were able to exploit new ecological roles, expanding their forms and behaviors, and evolve into a diverse array of forms, exploring countless new ways of life. In addition to the astonishing rise of mammals, other groups of organisms such as birds, the direct descendants of small theropod dinosaurs and flowering plants, also experienced significant evolutionary radiations in the wake of the extinction event. Birds diversified rapidly, soaring into various habitats, ultimately becoming one of the most successful groups of vertebrates on Earth, filling the skies that pterosaurs once ruled. Meanwhile, flowering plants underwent a rapid and profound diversification, transforming terrestrial landscapes and giving rise to the lush forests and incredibly diverse ecosystems that characterize much of the modern world. It was a silent, botanical revolution, painting the world in vibrant new colors. The end Cretaceous extinction event also had profound implications for Earth's geology and climate. The immense impact of the asteroid or comet, along with the subsequent volcanic activity and the cascading environmental changes, profoundly altered atmospheric composition and global climate patterns. In the immediate aftermath of the extinction event, the Earth experienced a chilling period of cooling and instability, known to geologists as the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum. This period had significant effects on both marine and terrestrial ecosystems, reshaping life's landscape in profound and lasting ways. The aftermath of the end Cretaceous extinction event marked a pivotal, defining moment in Earth's history, irrevocably shaping the course of evolution and leading ultimately to the emergence of modern ecosystems and the rich, complex diversity of life that exists today. It is a quiet, powerful reminder that even in profound loss, there is often the quiet promise of new beginnings, a continuous unfolding of life's grand ancient story.